Welcome to Two Nobodies with the mic. Continue to say, great job, 49ers!
The five best players ever in the NBA, Kobe Bryant is not one of them.
Probably, you can't say anywhere that he doesn't belong in the league. Give me that amount of money, and I'll do whatever you want me to do.
Josh Allen will never make the playoffs again.
The SEC is straight trash.
This fool was a crumb bucket.
Oh, he was in one of those vests? Yeah. What's up, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Two Nobodies with the Mic, special edition on a Wednesday. How's everyone doing out there? A beautiful, finally feels like summer, does it not, CJ? Finally feels like summer. I hope you guys enjoy the show. We are live on YouTube, so we are an interactive show. You got something to say, you got some shit to talk, you got some questions, go ahead. Hit us up live on YouTube. We'll try to get to everybody. Let's go through our introductions. To my left, I got CJ Wowo's in the house. What up, man?
Hello, people.
Yes, the Black Indian. We have Hakatomi Plaza in the house. What up, man? Executive producer Eddie Money's in the house.
So, man, feeling good.
And special guest, official.bta is in the house. The Kansas City Chiefs fan. Go check that website out. Fire Gear. Big John, recent graduate of Luther College. What up, man?
How's it going?
It's going great, man. Great to see you guys.
Otaju in the building.
Yes. Oh, and the guru to my right. Like, how could I forget about this man right here?
Fuck him.
I mean, the guy.
I like it.
Yes.
Let me know when.
Maybe I'm surprised you're here. You're not on a golf course somewhere.
I was earlier.
My God, this guy right here. I mean,
Fucking Cuban Tiger Woods.
dude, let me
I'm
tell
just
you.
addicted.
DJ Khaled has nothing on this dude.
No.
This dude
Khaled's better than
this dude's
way better than me.
at restaurants. I mean,
If I ever see Rafa on a jet ski.
Are you kidding? I got videos. Are you fucking out of your
Let's
mind?
go. Send those immediate.
Are you serious?
ASAP. Run those.
Oh, bro. Dude, I'm a monster on those things.
Run that shit.
Dead ass. Swear to God. Bro, I went to the lake. I have an addictive personality.
Oh, we couldn't tell.
Could not tell.
So,
Played golf one day. Every fucking day he's been playing golf for fucking a month straight.
I've been hooked. But when I was a kid, probably I was like 13, 14, we'd go to the lake every day.
Castaic?
Every day. Castaic, Pyramid, every day. The one in San Dimas, behind Raging Waters, they had off days. So it was one day for boats and then another one for jet skis.
That was a sewage plant, not a fucking lake.
That place actually wasn't terrible.
What?
But yeah, I was always on a jet ski. Always.
Well,
And then I bought a Sea-Doo some years back, and
the worst investment in history.
no.
See,
No.
dude, I mean, if you use them every day,
I used it all. I used it probably twice a week.
that's right.
Twice a week.
Well,
but it's a
guys,
drag.
we didn't know if you have any Sea-Doo jet ski questions. We're the official show of jet skis and water sports as well.
I'm gonna send you a video I got.
As well as gambling, guys, right? We are the official gambling show of record. We're going to talk a lot of lines today. We have the NBA Finals. We're doing NFL North divisions, which we think are the best divisions in
On both sides, probably.
on both sides. But yes, we only have one rule on this show. Big John, I'm putting you on the spot. Do you know what that is, man?
Yes, I do.
Go ahead, give it to the people, man.
Don't be a loser.
Don't be a loser, guys. Gamble responsibly. Don't be a jackass. But thank you, Big John. And go ahead and check out official.bta. Fire gear. Go support a young entrepreneur doing big things. I mean, what are we doing for the summer? Any tank tops?
Ain't nobody want to see any big motherfuckers in sync. Ain't nobody
Hey,
wants
they
to see.
need they need some shirts for the pool, man.
Yeah, man.
They want to see Big Perm in that thing, man.
Yeah, big perm.
What do we got? What do we get in the oven over there?
We got some tank tops in the work. You know, I'm working on some designs for those, but we're gonna try to put out some more shorts, restocking those, and come out with some tank tops.
There you go, man.
I need me some hoochie daddy shorts.
Yeah.
Oh,
dude,
fuck.
every pair of shorts you wear is
You
fucking
have-
Hoochie Daddy.
Dude, he's got half a ball sack fucking hanging out
Dude,
every episode.
It's like
you can't even look over. I look over to the right,
yeah.
I see a fucking ball sack.
It's like a dirt.
Is that a nut?
It's like dirty grandpa. A
Yeah,
fucking
exactly.
fucking nut showing everywhere.
Fuck, man.
Gotta
Yeah.
let 'em breathe, man.
Yeah. I have a good story about
Motherfuckers breathing publicly.
Have I ever told you the story? Joe Paterno, obviously Penn State head coach forever. Rich played at U of A, and they had a transfer starter at Penn State, went to U of A, and I used to hang around Tucson at that time. And I was talking to him, dude, 6'5", Dan White, had a rocket launcher, and we're talking about Penn State. I'm like, how's Joe Pa? He's like, bro, his ball sack in the showers was knees and below. I mean,
man had big balls.
dude, yeah.
He had big balls.
Yes, that's my Joe Pa saggy balls story. But episode 83, guys, we always do this famous 83s. Didn't do much research, but turns out, just off the top of my head, I can think of two tight ends, both a joke. Number one, Darren Waller. And if you guys haven't seen recent events, I mean, all over social media, the divorce with the Aces.
Kelsey
Kelsey Plum.
Oh, look at how fast.
I know the name.
Even
I know her
you.
name.
Let's
Yeah.
get it, Rafa.
She's the only
Let's
good-looking
go.
chick in the league.
Relax.
Oh, only.
Relax.
Crazy.
Nika Mule
That's
exists.
I was gonna say, now you start
Nika
naming.
Mule
now you-
exists.
now you
Nika
start
Mule
naming
exists.
people.
Zika Mule.
Yeah.
Eddie Money, back me up here.
No, you're just late.
My
Back me
wife
up.
did.
Back me up here.
Okay, listen. Let me just. That's the
Look.
only chick that I've seen.
Look.
I don't watch the shit though, like you guys.
don't
No,
watch
you don't
it
need
either.
to watch. You just need to see. That's all. You just need to see her.
I've never seen it.
It's not like you don't need to hear, you just need to listen.
Right.
I got it.
All right.
I got it. But anyways, if you guys haven't seen it, homeboy is getting clowned. He listen. Kudos to you getting sober. I guess music is his outlet, but enough's enough, Papa. The music and the auto tone, it's the worst thing I've ever auto tune. There you go.
Auto-tone sounds like a mechanic shop.
That could
There
be.
you go.
Yeah, could be.
Maybe he's using auto tone, and yeah, that's how it sounds so bad. But have you seen it,
I prefer not to.
I scroll past it.
Me
dude?
too.
It's everywhere on
Oh, yeah,
social media.
it's pretty bad.
It's really bad and
The
giant.
man put his feelings out there, and you're criticizing it.
I'm not.
Putting
It's,
his life, his heart on the line.
it's just
Yeah,
so
Ed,
bad,
come on.
He's
man.
wearing his heart on his sleeve.
It's just so bad. No one wants to hear it, man. We want to see you. He's so gifted and he's so talented in football, not in music.
What a hater.
I didn't think the song was that bad.
John,
See, Big John
Oh,
starts sending it to his girl.
Play
You
it.
beat me shit, baby.
Play a clip of this horrible auto-tone shit, man. It's straight garbage. Jacob, back me up on this. Garbage? Garbage. I got a second on that. The other 83, also a Raider, who was a combine workout warrior, Ricky Dudley out of Ohio State.
Oh, what a turd.
Ran a 4.32 as a tight end, couldn't catch a football. And he wasn't projected to be anywhere near like a 5th round pick. Went to the combine, ran this ridiculous, and he was built like a fucking, god. Ran, and maybe and Raiders have a long list of bad draft picks, but Ricky Dudley, straight trash, man. Straight trash. Any other 83s?
Go ahead.
I got one. Wes Welker.
It's a good one.
Oh, I like that.
Phenomenal one.
Cost Tom Brady a championship.
He also won him one.
Wow.
Or
Listen,
two.
No. Even Giselle said, my husband can throw it and catch it at the same time.
Oh,
Yeah, but
dude,
she was also
fuck her.
throwing a catch-
He was
also throwing and
catching
catching
some
too.
different balls.
Dude,
Yeah, exactly.
Belichick
She was
cut his
throwing some
ass.
balls?
Mhm.
Belichick cut his ass. They
If there's no
Hold-
Wes Welker, there's no Julian Edelman.
Facts.
I don't know about that.
Ah,
If there's no Bill Belichick, there's no Tom Brady. Same thing.
Whoa.
man.
The Jacob's like, what?
Listen, if there's
What?
no Wes
Hello?
Welker, there's no fucking Julian Edelman. That's a fact.
I said if there's no Bill Belichick. there's
Okay,
no
hold
Tom
on.
Brady.
We're gonna have
Okay.
like Steve Largent, Chris Collinsworth, those dudes.
You just
now
naming
here's a
white
guy.
dudes. Now you're just naming white guys.
Well,
I'm naming white slot players, possible punt returners. That's who I'm naming. Was Chris Collinsworth back there returning punts?
I think so.
Was Steve Largent?
I'm not sure.
So all of this, not sure. I know that on the same fucking team, you find me a small white boy. That's what New England needed. A small white dude, Wes Welker, Julian Edelman. Then we'll bring in Danny Amendola with him too.
What about Danny Woodhead?
Running back.
Mm,
Yeah, running back.
They never handed the ball off to that fool. They
No.
only
No, he
threw.
ran the ball. It
Ray
was-
in PPR.
yeah. Another 83, by the way. Played with Jim Kelly and Thurman Thomas. Andre Reed.
Oh, I was gonna say Andre Reed,
Andre Reed.
Good play.
Buffalo Bills.
underrated.
You're not a Bills fan, Eddie Money, so.
No, I'm just not a fan of them right now.
Yeah, I can't think of any. But if you have any other 83s, go ahead. Let us know.
By the way, Rick Flores is in the building. He's saying he's winning on some plus sizes for BTA John.
There you go.
Although
Yeah.
John is
Listen,
John is
you
pretty
think-
plus size.
Yeah, you.
John's pretty plus, but no, but Rick is plus because he's tall.
He's big and
Okay,
tall.
okay.
Yeah, he's tall.
Dude,
so-
have you seen Big John's freaking feet? You could take those on the Castaic Lake and fucking ride around in his fucking shoes. My God, that's like a boat, man.
Wow.
Can we scroll down to those dogs?
Oh my
We can
god.
fit a freaking four,
What size shoe you wear?
15.
Oh shit.
but like quadruple wide as well. Like 15, like I could just, and I'm a big dude. I just take it in the canoe. Just fucking, in the
man.
Nike.
Fuck, Big John getting shots, taking shots up in this motherfucker, man.
I love you, Big John. Come on, man. I love you. That's our famous 83s. Good pool, Rafa. Let's get into our next segment, which is You Are Fired, which we do every week. A hypothetical, either firing or hiring. Who wants to start off with some firing and hiring?
Go ahead, dude. You
Okay, he gets so
All right,
excited.
nah, because I've been hot for the last. I don't know if y'all seen First Take,
no.
but Monica McNutt, she went on First Take and was coming at Stephen A. saying, "Stephen A., you gotta understand, as women, we take all these hardships, and Caitlin Clark as a woman is taking hardships
Oh, I think I saw.
from other women. Like this is the point she's leaving out." And then Stephen A. goes, "Well,
I'm a black
do you
man.
know have you seen a black man?"
Yeah.
So they just tried to outwoke each other.
Yeah.
But this is the simple point. The WNBA is shit without Caitlin Clark. The WNBA would not be anything without Caitlin Clark. And Caitlin Clark is getting assaulted. Like she needs to start like putting in lawsuits because I don't know if y'all been seeing it, but
Oh,
this motherfucker's been
relax.
getting
I
Bruised.
have a problem with it too. Because Dan Patrick tried to rationalize it. She's a rookie. That wasn't a basketball
No,
play.
not basketball play.
And that you just don't run someone over. Wait, I mean, and people are trying to say, "Oh, she's a rookie. She's getting hazed." No, that has
Nothing
you
to
can't
with
do that. And by the way, this chick, I forget her name.
Kennedy Carter.
She
Nobody
has,
knows who the fuck she was before.
She
this.
has
That's
priors
Nobody.
of doing the exact.
She got kicked out of the WNBA for it
for
At what
running-
point?
in 2020.
Oh yeah, no, this bitch is just a
She's
menace.
on one. She's
a
on
fucking
one.
menace.
And they're not basketball plays.
Remember when we saw that fight months ago, and I said, if you are fighting in like hockey, if you're not fighting in that type of sport, you should go to jail. Like,
I
if you-
agree. Yeah,
If
I remember
you're
you saying.
assaulting somebody, punching, elbow, if you're not making a basketball,
Yeah.
bro, it's more than a flagrant one. That's a suspension. That's not a basketball play. And they're literally just assaulting her. Like that's not a hyperbole. They're literally not making basketball plays. They're going up to her and just laying her out.
Yeah. And I mean, we can get into this deep. Her teammates aren't supporting her or they're not coming to her aid. Listen, I understand she's a rookie. I understand they're not going to let her score. But don't excuse just running over. It's not a basketball thing. It's not a basketball play. And I'm not saying to kiss her ass, but you should be. Yes
I
or
agree.
yes?
I agree.
Big Vern said he's in the building. He said, "Make basketball great again. Get tough, bro."
Rudy Tomjanovich and Kermit Washington. I know you guys are too young, but there was a fight.
Yeah, those flew over my head.
You,
No clue.
Rudy Tomjanovich is one of the best coaches of all time,
Pretty good.
Okay.
and
Pretty
Kermit
good.
Washington.
was also looking like
Kermit
No, I
Washington
know Rudy
for the
Tom
Lake.
Allen.
This was probably the most infamous fight in NBA history.
Mouse at the Palace.
That's 100% a fact. Malice at the
Yeah,
Palace.
yeah, yeah. Okay, I said one.
Like they fought fans, and
One, one,
fucking fans. bro.
one of. But before Malice in the Palace was Kermit Washington just rearing back, hitting Rudy Tom, and breaking his neck with a punch. Rudy Tom talked. I mean, he was done for the year. He felt or tasted metallic because when you break your spine, that's what it tastes like, dude. And I think he did get charged with some Kermit Washington, and Kermit Washington was like a 6'10" big dude, and just almost killed a dude.
Yeah.
Almost
Wow.
killed a dude, which has no place in sport. But hockey,
Legal.
legal and necessary.
So yes, very.
And necessary. You have to let guys get out the frustration because they're carrying blades and sticks.
Yeah, yeah.
And if you can't throw blows, they're gonna figure out how to hit you with a stick or cut your fucking throat.
Well, that already happened.
That happened.
Yeah.
Many times.
So that happened.
But usually
last year.
usually that's on accident.
Oh, this shit looked on purpose. That one. You
Yeah,
saw
was
it.
nasty. Was
The guy picked up his leg and just
Yeah.
fucking sliced
Yeah,
this
that
shit
shit was
across the
dirty.
neck. It
Yeah.
was very dirty. I think they charged him with murder.
You have to.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I
they
think they
charged
did. That was in England or some shit like
Yeah.
that.
To.
But
Like,
anyways, good firing.
Legit firing. Thumbs up on that firing.
What do you fellas got?
I don't really have a firing.
Really?
Oh, actually, I would kind of go alongside. I think the same person in the same conversation. She was like, "You could have been like covering WNBA for because Stephen Smith was like, we're the biggest like outlet covering
Supporters of WNBA.
supporters of WNBA, making about like
Yeah.
their headlines every day." And she goes, "Well, you could have been covering it for years before." And then all like the comments and like my thought was like, no one cared about it before. Like,
No one gave a fuck
no one
about
gave a
it.
fuck. Barely-
Dead ass.
Did
barely give a fuck
Did
now.
you see what's her name from LSU's? I don't-
Angel Reese.
Angel. Did you see her comments?
Oh, even worse.
Even worse.
That in 10 years from now, she can look back and say that she was a part of the growth of the WNBA. It wasn't just one player, it was her too.
Oh
It
yeah,
was
she-
not you.
it was
the
not
only
you.
reason you're famous is because you did this shit.
Yes.
to
Averaging-
Caitlin Clark.
She's averaging
Yes.
10 and 5.
Well,
Yes.
it's women.
I don't
So,
know.
mean,
No,
Yeah,
there's
the-
women that are averaging 30. She sucks.
last night she was like 3 of 12 from the field
How do you know this?
because they posted it on Twitter.
Oh, okay. So you saw it.
And guess where all her shots were?
Wh-
Right
and-
under the basket.
Yeah, no, she's terrible. She's terrible.
All her other points came from free throws.
But her comment of I also am bringing eyes.
You're not.
No,
Nobody's
if there's
watching
no
you.
Caitlyn, listen, you probably would have you won your championships, whatever. But it's a race thing. It's it was great for ratings.
Yes.
So that's all I gotta say about that.
Bijan?
Takatomi Plaza, you
You
got to
firing
fire him,
anybody?
man. Yeah, he wants it. Whoa, there we go. What you got, man?
I want to fire all the casuals saying that soccer is ruined because Mbappe is joining Real Madrid.
No.
There's Rafa, you know the
I
teams
know.
that have been in the past with CR7, Gareth Bale, like these teams were stacked and it was still great to watch. I mean, the same exact thing. It's soccer's different than the NBA. When you stack a super team, it's just different. There's more that goes into it.
It's scheme. There's scheme
Was
involved.
PSG fucking? Did they ruin it?
They never won.
Never won.
Yeah,
and
they
had
never
3
won.
superstars.
They never won. They had 3 superstars plus all the other. The back line was all superstars as well. It's just they're defenders, so they're not known. So and plus, you had Real Madrid had teams with CR9 or R9 and fucking Zidane and those teams didn't win. 3, 4, 5 years in a row. This, I will say though, this Madrid team, these motherfuckers gonna go.
What do you think? People in the comments when they posted it were like, put this in NBA terms. They're like, this is worse than KD going to the Warriors. What do you think about that?
No,
Why-
I don't
why is
think.
it
I don't think
worse?
that's true. I don't think that's true. And for the point that you guys, the people who don't watch all the time,
It's different.
you won't see it. Like that team's gonna lose games. Like not a lot. I'll tell you that shit. Like they're not gonna lose a lot, but they're gonna lose games. Like they can face a Manchester City team in Champions League in a quarterfinal. They can lose a leg. They might even lose 2. They can face Bayern and lose a leg. Like they're not gonna walk over everyone. I don't think the way people think they are, because that shit still needs to gel, right? Like Mbappe's a pure scorer. He can create. Madrid is based a lot off of the middle, them creating.
And
Yeah, Tony Cruz.
They're losing Cruz.
They're
That's
losing
gonna be
Cruz. They
huge.
still have, and they still have Jude and all that. But Jude led the team in goals in the regular season this year, and he doesn't play up front.
Yeah, he's not a striker.
Yeah, so he doesn't play up front. Now, I think they move Rodrigo because that's just too much in the
That's gonna
front.
be a lot.
It's gonna be a lot like that shit. But you got to remember this thing too, that these guys are playing Champions League, regular league games. They're gonna play the Spanish, the Copa del Rey. They're gonna play a bunch of shit throughout the season, where these rosters need to be stacked.
Yeah.
Because today Mbappe is gonna play, but 3 days from now they got a game where Mbappe's not even on the reserves today. Vinny's not on the reserves. They need a break, whatever. But I think they will run. I think they win the treble next year.
Well,
Not next year. Next year, I don't think they win the
No,
treble
I
because I
don't
don't think
think
they win
next year.
Champions League next year.
I don't think so either.
I think they need a little bit of time to
I think
gel.
next year it's Man City again. I think they make a comeback.
If they make a play, but yeah, I don't think it's not KD joining the Warriors. It's definitely not. Like basketball is different. Basketball, a guy has the ball and he can dominate. And he can dominate the game. And when you have 3 guys that dominate the ball, soccer's not like that.
is Vinny Jr. a top 5 player in the world?
Ooh.
right now.
Because I'm trying to equate. Okay,
This is the thing about soccer. That the top players in the world aren't always forwards. They're not always scoring. Like for years, when you go look at like the Barcelona team, yeah, they had Messi, but they also had Iniesta and Xavi who played the middle. Those were 3 of the 5 best players in the world. One of them was a striker. The other 2 were forwards or were midfielders. So I think Mbappe, to me, my opinion, I think Mbappe's won.
No, yeah, that's no
I think
doubt.
Mbappe's won.
Really?
But
Yeah, I think he's the best player in the
but
world
this
today.
year, Vinny was for sure 5. I'm not saying he's 5 every year, but this year Vinny was top 5. For what he did for Madrid in Champions League, he was unbelievable.
Like, if you ask me, I think Rodri's a top 5 player, and he's a fucking
Yeah, he's a
midfielder who plays actually towards back.
so that's what I was going to ask
And
you.
That's my opinion of
For the people that don't understand, they think we're speaking Chinese right now. If you were to say this is the NBA, what are the players? Mbappe, Vinny Jr. What would you equate them as being on the same team? Like
Let's say-
Anthony Edwards with
no, I'd say like 2011 Miami Heat,
all right.
like Wade, Bosch, LeBron,
Yeah.
and it, like Wade could be,
Wade could
let's
be
say
like
look,
Vinny Jr.
Jude is Bosch, for example, on this team. And then everybody else is they're above average, though. I mean, that's the thing. Madrid has stars at every position. And by the way, they have 3 guys on this team from this year won 6 Champions Leagues. 3 dudes, by the way.
Listen,
All of them, by the way, are
Rafa-
like 35 plus.
Yeah,
Rafa and Hakatomi could talk this all
Yeah,
day.
yeah, we can go all night.
But let
with
me
it.
end it with this, and I'll ask you another quick question, and we'll move on from this. Is it out of line to say that Real Madrid is the best, well-run sports organization in the world for the past 10 years? Is there anyone that even comes close? Are they number one?
I think they're number one. I mean,
They're number one right now. Man City's really well run as
But that-
well.
that's
I'm talking
different.
about every. I'm
That's
talking about
different, though,
every
because-
sport. I'm talking about Dallas Cowboys,
Oh, Dallas
49.
not even in
Dallas
this
not
fucking
even
conversation.
there.
Yeah,
I put
Lakers.
the Yankees above Dallas.
Well, Yankees haven't won shit.
It doesn't matter, but I still think they're better.
Yeah.
More well run than the Cowboys.
Yeah, the Dodgers are better run than the Cowboys. So I mean, but overall,
Could I throw the UFC in there?
no, the UFC is an entire sport. We're talking about a
Yeah.
team,
Organization.
and yeah, no, a team, yeah, an actual
I
organization.
get what you're
I get
saying.
what-
though.
yeah.
I get what you're saying. That would be number one
Yeah.
overall, probably the best run. But Madrid has to be. I mean, when you win 6 Champions Leagues in what the last 10 years or 11,
They've won 6 of the
whatever.
Last 10.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So that's. I mean, that is.
following worldwide.
And this team wasn't even, I think, their best team in a while, and they still won it.
Yeah, this wasn't the best team in a while. Bernardo sold for Man City.
Vern said Real Madrid is number one.
There you go.
They're phenomenal.
That's the sounding board. That seals the deal for me. You want me to go next on my fire?
Big John, you firing
Oh,
somebody?
go ahead, Big John.
I don't got nobody to fire.
All right. Yeah, go ahead.
I'm gonna go with because today I was watching just in the background some ESPN or whatever, and Dan Quinn, new head coach of the Washington Redskins, which they have a soft, I don't know if you've seen the feather coming off the W now. They're trying to slowly
Get back into the Redskins?
integrate
No,
it.
but completely not off topic, but similar. There's the Washington Commanders Twitter, and then there's someone on Twitter that has Washington Redskins,
Really?
and it's verified.
So, well,
It's fucking hilarious.
And the commander's tweet and the commander's page communicates back and forth.
Like
with
they'll
that
say
page.
the most out of pocket shit, and it says Washington Redskins.
I love it. I love it. They're the
That sounds
Redskins to me.
that sounds like
On this show, they're the fucking Redskins.
Yeah. So I was watching it, and I rarely agree and have a hard time listening to Colin Cowherd, but he's up there with his T-shirt, which is a thing for me, and I know for you as well. This is why I find it difficult to believe that you agree with this take. I cannot stand, and I'm going to put it out there, anyone over 30 who wears a baseball hat backwards and you're in a position of some kind of respectable power. Not even that. This is 30 years old. If you're not getting in a roller underneath changing oil, if you're not, on a football field, maybe hat backwards, if you're strolling out to Ojos Locos or to anywhere and you're over 30 and you put that hat backwards, it's a red flag for me and I can't stand it. And that, I mean, just a head coach hat backwards? Come on,
Hater
man.
move.
Straight hate, man.
Hater move.
It's a thing.
I don't wear hats, but I wear hats on a golf course. I wear backwards. I wear my hat backwards.
And this was shocking because you don't even like T-shirts.
Yeah, and I don't wear hats, but I wear it backwards.
For what purpose? First of all, it defeats the whole purpose of wearing a hat in the first place.
I wear a
hat.
I don't wear a hat just fucking so you can see what's on it. I wear a hat because I'm fucking bald and I'm golfing in the sun.
Well,
My shit starts peeling, bro.
well, then you should get that double Gardner
No,
hat. One
no,
that covers your neck. And
I don't care
it's
about
for
my
the
face.
Sun.
It's for the sun on the top of my dome. I don't give a fuck about my face. I'm already married, baby.
I always like that as a hat as like a fashion accessory, not as something that actually block the sun. If I want something to block the sun, I'll wear sunglasses.
I will tell you this though. On my baseball team, I didn't allow any of the kids, not even during practice, to put on their hats backwards. That's
different.
dead ass.
That's different.
That's dead ass.
Baseball, it's like a rule. It's like
Ken Griffey wore his
Yeah.
hat backwards. I don't mind it. It's just on the baseball field for me. I didn't allow the kids to wear them backwards.
It's like the coach saying not to take your helmet off in practice.
I don't even know what the fuck that means.
Oh, remember
Yes.
that?
Oh
first
my
look, you
fucking
get that
gosh,
pain right
yo,
here?
my goodness.
Like,
On the football
ah!
field, it's like a toughness thing. Like, don't take your helmet off. Keep your helmet on.
Dude, first week of Hell
Or
Week.
like
when-
when you're doing conditioning, it's like don't put your hands on your knees.
Right.
So I say similar vibes.
Yes.
which is
Sounds like a
technically now
clusterfuck.
someone has debunked that. It's
Yes,
a great
scientific-
way
yeah.
to
No,
yes,
get freaking air in your lungs. All these people telling people don't bend over, and debunked.
That was
It's a
good.
Don't bend
It's a
over.
good
That was
bait.
good.
You just needed a reason to bend over, man.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, I'll give you some leeway. But can we agree, and I had to do this, can we agree that this is douchey? The hat backwards, but sits really high?
Oh,
Who does that?
you just named every single one of my brothers.
Out of line. Red flag douche.
big hair.
It's big hair.
No,
Big hair.
don't give them. No, it's Indian hair. Their
You
hair's
look
flat.
better with your hat backwards.
No,
You look better with your hat
No.
backwards.
No,
You look better with your hat backwards.
No,
I wear my hat backwards so people can see my beautiful features.
Oh.
You feel me?
All them nice features over there. All them Cuban
by the way,
features.
he walked in here today with his hat backwards, trying to prove a point. I've never
It's
seen.
just, the
have-
thing is, I swear to God, I didn't take off my hats. I was fucking drenched in sweat. So I was like, I'm not going to take it off. I don't have a fucking towel in the car.
I
and-
have never seen Rafa with a non-collared shirt on. He doesn't do t-shirts
I do once in a while do t-shirts. I do t-shirts.
when you're gardening.
No. I
No,
wear
gardening.
t-shirts. I wear t-shirts.
I'm-
I wear t-shirts at night. Like a plain black t-shirt or something I will wear. You'll never see me like wearing a t-shirt with you know, a logo
Like a
on it and
graphic
shit.
design.
Yeah, I only wear a plain black t-shirt.
That's so true because I got him a graphic design.
Oh, the
A
LT shirt. I wore that once.
Okay.
I wore once. Yeah,
Oh,
but
look at
I don't wear a lot of graphic tees.
Eddie Money keeping score over there.
No, I wore it. I got a lot of compliments, but then people start thinking I'm a Charger fan, and I don't like.
You
it.
And then you
are.
have to admit to it, which you don't like.
Oh my god! I had season
Clock.
tickets for 2 years, and all of a sudden I'm a fan.
What?
What? That's sort
it
of.
it was for fun.
Who the fuck gives season tickets for fun to a team
Okay,
they're not a
can I
It
fan?
ask
was
you
with
this?
a group of people.
Can I ask you this? During those 2 years that you had season tickets, would you wear bold gear?
Never.
Nothing.
I
How about colors like blue and gold?
no. Let me
Don't lie.
Let me go back to never. All right, I purchased 3 jerseys.
Oh, damn.
I'll tell you why. There is no better jersey than a powder blue Charger jersey. I'm sorry. Drew Brees, Quentin Jammer, Antonio Gates, powder blue. Dude, the powder blues, dude, phenomenal. Drew Brees,
Listen,
Antonio Gates.
being the Charger hater that I am,
The powder blues are pretty nice.
they're dope.
The ones from 15 years ago. The ones now, the powder blue might not be the same.
Yeah.
The ones from 15 years ago,
The old
Badass.
dark blue were so fire to me with the
I
LT.
never wore that.
Ah,
I
those
always wore powder blue.
Yeah.
And I didn't wear it every week.
You got to bring some pictures on here. I need to blow that shit up of you in a powder blue
Oh, dude, I didn't take pictures of that shit. Come on, man.
LT jersey. Anyway, I want
By
to
the way,
pull.
Vern said he will stop wearing backwards hats.
Thank you, because Vern's
No,
a man.
Vern wears them.
Vern's a man.
Vern wears them. There's
He's also
nothing.
a mechanic.
Yes,
That doesn't
exactly.
make sense.
Oh, Vern's
He's a
good.
mechanic.
I did give mechanics. I did
Yeah,
give
mechanics get a fucking.
That's the
badge.
whole-
Only
that's
be
a-
doing an oil change, though.
that comes
Only
a-
oil changes. No.
No.
You need to be able to
No,
see.
'cause
right.
oil change.
Yeah, you got your
I
head
feel
on
like I've
backwards.
never
You're
seen a
doing a
mechanic
fucking
with a
brake
hat on.
job. You're fucking.
It's also a welding thing. It's a welder's.
My dad's a
Because they
union worker.
literally can't.
Yes, yes. It's a mechanic blue collar thing.
Only baseball player allowed to wear a hat backwards is a catcher. That's it.
Ken Griffey started that whole bullshit.
Rick
man.
Dempsey.
Rick Dempsey.
Rick Dempsey
Yeah.
wore that shit
Yeah.
back there. He didn't wear a helmet. He wore the hat.
Big Vern, you have all authority to wear your shit backwards. I'm
Yeah.
talking about.
If not, he's gonna slap
Slap
you
the
in a
shit
couple
out of
weeks.
you.
Yeah.
Vern's gonna slap his ass out the fountain blue
Yeah.
back to the wind. Get the fuck out of here. Vern, you can wear your hat backwards.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be wearing a fucking hat backwards. Fuck it.
Oh.
At the win on the golf course, hat backwards is gonna happen.
That's horrible.
It's gonna happen.
It's horrible. Listen, I would like to put a poll up.
How can you even see?
Because the sun's not in your eyes. It's the
Look
whole
up.
point
Look
of a
up.
hat.
Look up.
Look up.
See, you got to do all this shit. I can just go bam. I can see. You're looking right into the bill.
Okay, man. Well,
I
listen,
don't.
I would like to see a poll. What is the cutoff date for hat backwards?
I like it. I don't mind it.
You don't mind a head coach hat backwards?
No.
Head coach.
It means they're locked in.
They're not on the sideline with the hat backwards though. It's not
been
on the
some,
sideline. It's not in game time. No.
Modern day's head coach wear a hat backwards,
and he's fired.
he won a nat championship his first year.
Yeah, he got fired for something else. It wasn't the hat. So, but yeah, I don't mind the coach during practice, even press conference. Like, I don't mind that.
Rick Flores asked if you've never heard of golfer hats.
Yeah, no, mine's a Travis Matthew golfer hat. But I know what he's talking about. Yeah, no, I don't like that shit.
I'll tell you,
Rick Flores also had a fire. He said he wants to fire the WNBA, period. Stop dressing like you're working on Figueroa Street, dressing like hookers and women wearing PJs, so-called role models. Straight trash.
oh,
Not my words, people.
Yes,
I'm just- don't
I
Big
wanna
Rick
clip
going
with
hard. Big Rick. This has you at UCLA. You know, I have a problem with what's his name, the coach, ex-coach of UCLA, Chip Kelly. The way he dressed on the sideline, t-shirt, visor.
Matt Logan.
I don't mind that. You mind the
T-shirt. Did you do t-shirt or collared shirt with the visor?
No t-shirt. It
Bill Belichick wore like a cutoff.
but it was a hoodie.
different, man.
It was a hoodie.
was kind of hard.
But what's the difference?
It's a hoodie.
It was a hoodie with a
But he
cutoff.
had no
It's
muscles.
cut off.
Still a hoodie.
It's a cutoff hoodie.
And you didn't see his. It was a hoodie, bro.
Okay, but
And it's Bill Belichick. It's
Yeah,
Bill
like he said,
Belichick.
he
This,
could
I
do
say
it.
it's worse than
it's
just a
worse
regular
than
shirt.
a regular shirt.
I don't think so.
A
For
cutoff
some reason, I don't mind it
because it's
Yeah.
Bill
Bill
Belichick.
Belichick.
That's
I
the
bet you
fuck
if it was a
why.
random, I bet you it was
Anyone
the
else
Falcons
could be like,
coach, if it's Raheem
Oh,
Morris.
I would not. I couldn't. No, you cannot. See? Can I just say that if you're taking scissors to your shirt to show your guns off, red flag.
Okay, Bill.
Red flag. Don't cut off your
Unless you have championships, then you can't do
Unless
it.
you're
Is what you're
fat,
saying.
like,
Have
is that what you're trying to
rings.
say?
So if Bill Belichick wore a hat backwards,
Dope
I'd be
shit.
okay with it.
Oh,
Okay with
all
it.
depends on who you are. Then
It depends on their aura.
You know who did this too? Derek Carr taking scissors to his stupid shirt to show his stupid fucking muscles.
okay, with Tom Brady, if Tom Brady did it, then what?
He didn't.
Okay, but if he did, I wouldn't put it past him.
No, Tom Brady. Tom Brady ain't.
If he had him,
Tom Brady had a backwards hat in the picture.
Tom Brady's
you
an
said.
angel.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter what he
It
does.
doesn't matter. When you have 7 rings, you can pretty much do anything.
Oh,
you
biracial
want.
angel.
He can have 4. He's an angel, guys.
Yeah.
Have you seen the other guys when he said their Jeter's a biracial angel?
What?
I don't remember this guy.
Hold on.
The other guys in the movie.
Uh-huh.
Have you seen it?
Oh,
You're
yeah.
right.
When they call Derek Jeter the biracial angel.
Yeah, that's
Yes.
right. Yes. Most overrated player ever.
Most underrated movie ever.
A good movie.
It does
great
not
But Derek
get.
Jeter's
Every line's
overrated.
quotable in that movie.
Derek Jeter's
Oh,
overrated.
man. 3,000 hits, man. How
What
do
the
you?
fuck does that mean?
How are you fucking overrated with 3,000 hits? You're the captain.
Overrated.
Oh man.
He's overrated.
You just can't say it. You have to have some because
How many MVPs did he win?
he was on the fucking Yankees.
So how many MVPs did he win?
0.
Okay, just making sure.
How many championships did he win as a captain?
A captain, a captain,
And
a
clutch.
captain.
And clutch.
Pull up the Chiefs captains who have like 3 rings. Nobody knows who the fuck they are.
Yeah,
Like the
because
captain is an overrated fucking thing.
not well. Listen. He is. When you say the captain, you think of one person,
Jack Sparrow.
and it's not. Yes, and it's not Captain Jack Sparrow. It is Derek Jeter. You look on TV now. Who's in commercials on MLB? It's
I'm
Derek
saying overrated. He was never better than A-Rod.
Well, yeah, because you didn't take
Statistically-
steroids. You asked. You asked, man.
Dude, he's never better than A-Rod. He wasn't better than A-Rod, period. He wasn't better than A-Rod.
Okay. But in a team, in a clubhouse, teammates hated him.
Ooh, A-Rod?
Yeah.
Who gives a fuck?
He kissed a mirror in a photo shoot.
Wonderful.
I
Don't give a fuck.
That's jumping the shark.
I saw an interview, by the way, with Robinson Cano, and when he got to the Yankees, A-Rod took care of him. Anything he needed, Melky Cabrera.
Can I get a giggity for that?
Oh shit. Melky Cabrera said the same shit. When he got there, A-Rod's like, listen, if I hit a home run tonight, I'm giving you $500.
I was gonna say, I thought you were gonna say, listen, I know a dude in
No,
South Florida
no.
hook you up with some injections.
A-Rod wasn't as bad as people think he is. He just wasn't Derek Jeter. Derek Jeter, spoke English perfect. He's white and black.
3,000 hits, Rafa.
Bro, there's a shitload of Robin Yount had 3,000.
Robin Young, one of my favorite.
Paul
fucking players.
Molitor, 3,000 hits. Don't tell me that.
Paul Molitor, not great.
Great, phenomenal.
You just
Derek
mentioned-
Jeter's just overrated because you're saying 3,000 hits. 3,000 hits. There's a lot of dudes who have 3,000 hits.
Dude,
Ichiro, who barely played here, 3,000 hits.
probably the
Ichiro,
best,
by the way,
best hitter
Ichiro,
of
by the
all
way,
time.
better than Jeter. Ichiro as well, better than Jeter.
Man, that's,
Does he have
that's-
any World Series MVPs? Does Jeter have any World Series MVPs?
He should.
Does he?
I don't know.
Look that shit up.
He should.
Derek Jeter, World Series MVPs.
Look that
When we
up.
come back, I have a great firing from someone who commented.
Yes.
I just think that I think he was phenomenal.
Have you said this on this show before?
Yes.
Never. I said Derek Jeter's overrated.
Yes, you have.
Really?
Oh man, it must have
Derek Jeter won the World Series MVP once in 2000.
Bang bang.
One time.
Niner gang.
One time. How many World Series did he win? He won one fucking World Series MVP. David Eckstein has a World Series MVP. Fuck. Overrated.
Wow.
He was great. He just wasn't the greatest. Like, he's not the
Never
best.
said he was.
I just
never
said he's
said he was the
overrated.
greatest.
People think he's the greatest. Like, oh, he's so great. He was, what was he, unanimous Hall of Fame?
Yes.
Yeah. Overrated. Overrated.
Oh man.
I don't think he was, I just, for me, he's overrated.
Vern said to add to it, his Derek Jeter rookie card ain't worth shit.
Oh!
If he was the greatest, it would be worth some. That's all I know.
Exactly.
Well, if he was so great, then why didn't he get moved out of fucking shortstop? Why did fucking A-Rod have to go to third?
Because it was his team. He got there and it was that team. If A-Rod would have been there first, Jeter wasn't playing. Wasn't playing.
Why do Yankee fans hate A-Rod?
Because he's not Derek Jeter.
I'm trying to get to the end goal of where he's overrated.
Because he wasn't better than A-Rod.
That's your standard?
100%.
A-Rod, one of the best players of all time. No one could deny that. He's the most hateable player.
I
Maybe.
just think he's overrated. When you list of greatness, people think he was great. I think he's overrated. He's, to me, Dwayne Wade.
he
Overrated.
maybe the model of consistency in baseball. Other than Cal Ripken, obviously consistent and
Better shortstop than Derek Jeter.
Yeah, also was moved to third.
Better shortstop than Derek Jeter.
I don't know about that, man. I think his defense was underrated, if anything.
Who's?
Derek Jeter. He wasn't
Okay.
known.
Damn.
We
All
gotta-
right,
leave it
all right.
on the
We're
inside
gonna
for
move
40
on.
minutes.
We're gonna move
Okay.
on. Next week, I want fielding percentages, everything on
That'll
Derek
be our
Jeter.
debate next week.
Who wants to fire somebody? Probably just dropped a fucking missile on us.
Will Hanley. I'm firing Conor McGregor for potentially backing out of Chandler fight / canceled UFC 303 press conference in Dublin. Big Vern knocks out McNuggets any day of the week.
I love it.
Dead ass.
He's
not-
You
he's not
fucking
canceling.
love
So, CJ,
McGregor.
do you have the details on this? Because it came out.
McGregor has never pulled out of a fight before. I don't know everybody in
Has
this.
he ever pulled out?
Never, ever. This would be his first
Giggity.
time in his career. This would be the first time in his career. Ariel Helwani went out and said that it's looking like good news. It's only a couple weeks out.
Saw that.
I don't think that he's out. I think that if he's out, he's done. Like his career's over. There's no more coming back. There's no more him fighting anymore. If he's done,
No,
he's done.
He
Eddie.
still draws.
He's
man.
done. He's done.
So what are the rumors? Is there any speculation on why he might? I mean,
Does it-
Probably on steroids.
No, there's nothing. There's
He's already out
no
cycle.
there's
after a year.
no information that has come out besides the fact that the fight is still on.
yeah. But then why was that the press conference canceled? That's what I'm saying. Is there any
It's a great firing, by the way.
It's a
any
good firing.
yeah, great fighter. Any background to any rumors?
Nothing. There's
Nothing.
no
There's no
information.
rumors. There ain't
I
shit.
saw Chael Sonnen say that he thinks it's because Connor's locking in.
Yeah.
He's so focused
Locking in.
I did. I
on
saw
these
that.
nuts.
on the fight that he doesn't want any distractions.
Oh
going to
my
Dublin.
god, that's not him. That's not who he
When
is.
he was at a club, which I gave him full access when he was at a club.
Twice. his
by the
wife.
way.
Oh,
Twice.
yeah.
Yeah, he wasn't locked in. That was what, 2 weeks ago? Yeah, he wasn't locked in. He's locked into these nuts.
But I mean, even on the UFC website or like the app, you can't pre-buy the fight anymore.
Yes.
Yeah.
You were able to like I forget like how many days ago, but after a certain day they stopped allowing people to buy it. 'Cause
I
I
heard
think
that.
they're worried. I think they're worried about
he's pulling
that's gonna
out.
be
I think there's
canceled.
worry, but
I heard that he has like a minor injury.
Yeah.
But they're not saying what.
never
My
put out
shoulder.
before.
My shoulder.
About to blow.
Vern said he's been calling everyone on the UFC, and no one's giving him anything.
Yeah, see,
It's the biggest
we have-
star ever.
We have an insider. We have an
I
insider.
love it, Vern.
Thanks, Big Vern.
If not, Vern will step in on Friday. He'll knock out Turp on Friday and fight fucking anybody on Saturday.
There you go, baby.
Give me Chandler.
Give me Chandler. Vern's calling him out too.
Yep.
He don't need no training. Vern's gonna slap his ass for 2 rounds because he's not gonna go 5. He says only 2 rounds of slapping. Yeah, you
Yes.
get 1 slap and I'm done. Take a knee.
Big Vern.
Throw in the towel.
Yeah.
Vern, I'll be in your corner. I'll throw in the towel right after 1 slap.
Ready to go.
Yeah.
I love it. I love it.
Will Henley said no one told Connor the UFC still tests for you cocaine.
Yeah.
Dude, he's
Saw in that Roadhouse
suspect as hell. That dude's behavior.
Oh, he's super suspect.
Suspect.
Yeah.
Vern said, "Put me in, coach."
Shout out to Big Bird, man. Power.
Slap and then run away.
Yeah.
Slap,
Yes.
slap. I'll open the gate, Vern. I'll pull the gate open. We got a fucking rope to the gate. We're pulling the shit. We got you, Vern.
Yes.
we got you,
Let's
bud.
give a quick shout out. Power Slap 8, June 28th, Fountain Blue Casino and Resort. Big Vern against not so slim Turp Daddy. And Big Vern, man, we're gonna be front row, man, right there with you. Free on Rumble, guys. You guys get on the train now, man. Get on the power slap train now. The most entertaining sport out there.
Yes, sir.
Shit.
So that leads to my firing, which
Oh my god, we're not even done.
we're not even done with firing. All right, I'm not gonna fire somebody. I'm gonna promote tomorrow night. Bad Boys 4 is coming out, baby.
Not
Bad Boys 4.
Mine.
45 minutes in.
Dude, this is a whole nother.
Eddie doesn't like Bad Boys.
After one, 2 reminds me of Mission Impossible 2. Every scene, slow motion.
The Hummer scene.
Dude, oh, giggity. Can I get a giggity for that?
Oh my god, dude! Part 2, Bad Boys Part 2 is phenomenal.
Dude, too many slow-mos with Will Smith and Martin Lawrence. It's overdone. I can't. Mission Impossible 2, every scene slow-mo. Bad Boys.
That's it. This is not that. Mission Impossible. Tom Cruise is like jumping off of mountains in Mission Impossible and shit. These dudes aren't doing that
They're jumping over fucking,
in a car,
in
and they didn't
cars.
fly over anything. It was literally just a little ridge. That's all it was.
I don't know. I think
Part 2, Bad Boys Part 2, when Martin takes the ecstasy and he's at the captain's house, dude, that scene is hilarious.
sort of funny.
Sort of funny.
Listen. After 2, I wouldn't watch 3.
Wait. Since you're on the topic, we were talking about this earlier. What's the best Will Smith movie?
The best.
Bad Boys. Bad Boys.
That is just egregious.
Bad Boys.
Bad Boys. First one?
First, second, all of them.
No. You got to choose one movie.
Probably Bad Boys 1. Mike
Oh my
Lowry.
God. Will Smith. I mean, I'm gonna go 1A and 1B. Pursuit of Happiness, which I think he won a freaking Academy. Yeah, that's
Pursuit of Happiness was good.
great. And then I'm gonna go I Am Legend.
Thank you.
Not a fan.
Great freaking movie. And Bad Boys, you're picking Bad Boys?
I like that whole thing.
If that shit
I
was,
like the Cobbs thing. I
No,
like
he
the
likes
Miami.
Miami. If
Yes.
Bad Boys 4 was in Washington, Seattle, worst movie ever made.
No,
I don't know if this is hot or not, but I think the Men in Black series is better than the Bad Boy series.
Another one.
Men in Black is a great trilogy.
it's a good movie. I just think Bad Boys more entertaining. Bad Boys is more entertaining, guys.
Yeah.
That's just what I think. What do you think, Jacob?
Hitch, fantastic.
Oh, Hitch is
movie.
good. I like Hitch.
Dude, Hitch is amazing.
Yeah, Hitch is a good movie.
I-
He doesn't like Eva Mendes.
I don't like her
dare you.
role. It pisses me
How
off.
dare you?
How dare you?
Yeah. he
It,
doesn't.
it just pisses me off her character. It's the same reason. There's some movies that I take the character personal. One of my Indecent Proposal with
Michelle Pfeiffer?
no, with Woody Harrelson and what's her name,
I was thinking of
Demi Moore.
like Basic
Demi
Instinct or
Moore.
something.
I can't watch that film. If I catch my wife watching that film, I fucking shut it off.
Oh, whoa.
I'm just saying that it's a great movie, but it upsets me so much that I take it like personal.
Just
That's
like
good
Rafa
acting.
takes Scarface personal.
I don't take it personal. It was a fucking terrible movie.
I don't know.
Not
It's a terrible movie.
Not
You flipped the
terrible.
switch right there.
It's
Not
a terrible fucking movie. Hello, say hello to my little friend.
So if
Like-
he didn't say that, you'd be fine with it.
Yeah, if he didn't say that.
Wow.
He didn't say his most famous line. It'd be
Yeah,
good.
say hello to my little friend. Ba ba ba. You did. End of the
Ba, ba, ba.
movie. See you later. Overrated fucking movie.
See you later.
I mean, dude, it's iconic, but we're not going to get
It's
into
not
it.
iconic. You watch it today, you'll be like, fuck, this
Bro.
movie's bad.
Jacob, lift up your shirt. Lift up that shirt right there. Go
You
ahead.
have a Scarface tattoo?
Go ahead, lift up that shirt. No. You know where to go with it.
Well, don't get naked here, buddy.
Right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, right there.
What are you doing?
Tony Montana.
What are you
He's
doing?
a political refugee from Cuba, man.
Bro, that guy couldn't pick out Cuba on the map.
Bro,
He
by the
couldn't
way,
pick it out on the map.
in those comments, Al Pacino speaks fluent Spanish.
Not in this fucking movie, he didn't. He didn't have one line in Spanish. Not one.
That's not true.
He could barely say Manolo. He was like Manila.
¿Qué te pasa, man?
Yeah, that might have been the only thing he said, and it was a terrible fucking accent. Bro, that was terrible. That's a terrible take.
You're on an island with that take.
Big Vern, his favorite Will Smith movie is I Am Legend.
Thank you.
Thank you. I mean,
They came out with 2 endings.
What the fuck does that
There
mean?
was 2 endings.
Where'd you get the DVD? You saw all the
Nah,
endings?
motherfucker, they came out with anywhere he died and he didn't die. It was amazing.
All right.
I'm gonna have to go with Pursuit of Happiness.
yeah. I mean,
Okay.
What? How can you hate
The action star. We're gonna Pursuit of Happiness.
it's
Not even Independence Day. Not fucking I Am
No.
Legend. Not fucking something-
iRobot.
iRobot. That was a turd movie, by the way. Phenomenal car.
What?
That's crazy.
Yeah, iRobot was terrible.
iRobot was way better than your.
Would you watch
Yeah,
it when you were like 7?
No, I could watch it literally.
Motherfucker, when were you?
yesterday.
When did that
Yeah,
movie
it
come
would
out?
be
You were like
good.
7.
It doesn't
It's on
matter. I
streaming
can watch it
platforms
right
right
now.
No,
Big
dude.
John, what's your favorite Will Smith movie?
I think I gotta go with Jacob on this one. I like Hitch. You know,
Hitch is good.
I'm a lover boy at heart, so that's a
Yeah,
real
we
good
know
one.
you love Darren Waller's Jam. We know you're a lover. Vibing it. He probably got it on his fucking
Oh,
playlist in the
easy.
car. Where you listen to nothing,
Tell
to
me I like
nothing.
songs. Tell me I like songs.
I knew it. I knew it.
Big John said the music's actually did do. Big John, come on, man.
No,
Yeah.
I was just joking.
No, he was not. Hell no, he was not. Guarantee you he knows all the lyrics.
Big Vern personally texted me. He said, "Damn, that music is trash" or something like that.
Thank you.
Yeah, Darren Waller's pretty bad. But anyways, so that covers your fire.
Yeah, he said
Bad
it.
Boys 4. Check it out in theaters tomorrow.
no one's taking that shit out.
People are gonna watch. I'm watching.
Have you
Might
seen
watch it
Martin
twice.
Lawrence's face?
Martin Lawrence looks a little bit like Will Smith in
In-
Hitch when he had to get the Benadryl at the fucking.
yes.
Martin
He
is still
His
funny,
neck
dude.
is all swollen.
I
You know what
like
that means,
Martin's
right?
character in that. Is John Sally gonna be in this one? I need a John Sally cameo in
God,
this
man.
film.
I can't wait because you're building it up. I promise you're gonna hate it.
I will never hate it, no matter what. There's Will Smith, there's Martin Lawrence, there's Miami, and there's a Porsche 911. That's all I need.
Oh, pretty underrated Will Smith movie, Hancock.
Yeah,
Yes,
terrible
yes.
call.
I like
Terrible
that.
call.
What the fuck?
What?
Wasn't he a
What?
superhero?
What?
Yes.
A black superhero. Now we
Yes,
lost our
they
minds.
exist. Black superheroes exist. Okay, calm down.
When?
Okay.
Where?
Okay. They're allowed to be-
Why are you crossing your arms?
Forever.
I've never seen that movie.
What?
I've never seen that
I'm gonna
movie.
shoot you.
I swear to
I'm
God,
old,
I've
never
never
had
seen that
I'm
movie.
gonna turn full
I'll
black
tell you
and
why.
pop you right here.
I'll tell you why I've never seen that movie. I've never seen that movie, and I've never seen Coco.
Get the okay.
And I'll tell
Coco's
you,
trash.
I will tell you why.
I didn't like Coco.
I'll tell you why I've never seen those two movies.
Oh no, Coco.
The cartoon movie.
I've never seen
The one with the
either.
bridge, the flower with the pedal. I
Yes.
like that movie.
Un
I like that
poco
movie.
loco.
I'll tell you
Poco
why.
Loco.
I'll tell you why I've never seen them because I hate when people are like, "Oh, an all black cast. Oh, an all Hispanic cast." I don't give a fuck.
It's in Mexico.
I don't
What the
care.
fuck is
It's
supposed to be?
based
Don't-
in Africa.
I don't give a fuck. Don't
You wa-
announce it like that. Just put
You
it
wanna
on the
see
screen. Let me
Caucasians?
see it.
You want to see
I
Cubans?
don't care.
You want to see
like,
Cubans in fucking Africa?
No,
And
if you make an all Cuban music movie and you that's how you promote it, all Cuban, I'm not watching. I'm not watching.
That's
I'm sorry.
I don't believe that.
I swear to God. I've never seen Wakanda or whatever Black Panther.
don't even do that. Don't even do that.
I've never
Say
seen
it
it.
right or don't say it at all.
I've never seen it.
That's terrible.
I've
Rafa.
never seen it.
Oh,
Smell that?
I've never seen it.
Racist.
I've never seen it. I've never watched that or Coco. Not watching.
Oh, dude.
Vern goes Wakanda forever.
Yes. After Big Bird slaps out your daddy, he's gonna fucking put him up. Put him up, Big Bird. Put him up.
I'm sorry, guys. That's just mean. I don't
You
like
should
shit
be.
like that.
I'll watch that movie you were talking about earlier. Your assignment is fucking Black Panther.
I'm not watching
You
Black
have
Panther.
to watch
Bro,
it.
I just gave you American Gangster. It's a
Yes.
fucking legendary movie.
And so is Black Panther.
Well, not for me. And by the way,
You haven't seen
in
it.
American
How can you say it?
Gangster, and American Gangster, mostly black people. Just so you know. So that's not my
true.
issue.
Black Panther, mostly black people.
Yeah,
You
but
won't be
the way
disappointed.
they announced it, and the way they promoted it, all black cats, all black producer, da 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 da. I don't like that shit. I don't like it. My opinion. Sorry. All black, all Mexican, all white. I don't want to hear about it. I don't want to hear about it.
You're fucking Will and Grace and fucking
I like Will and Grace.
yeah, all white.
Yeah, but they don't promote it as all white people.
They don't have to, right? They don't have
I'm
to.
sorry.
They don't have to.
I'm
Leave that shit
So
on
glad
camera.
he's off camera.
that's why you're off camera. We post that shit, we get a lot of hate. I like it.
I like it too a lot.
I like it a lot. A lot.
Yeah.
That was good stuff, bud.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow.
That's the longest first you're
Intro.
fired
Yeah.
we've ever had.
All right, so I'll make some adjustments to the topics for today.
Yeah, we're gonna need to do that.
We'll do NFL
Later.
We'll do the schedules next week because we got a lot of more debate topics to talk about today. that
Yeah,
are
we
probably
were
more
we were
interesting.
gonna give you the NFC.
The
North.
NFC North, AFC
But-
North. We'll do that next week.
Yeah, Lions are gonna win it all next year. Don't worry about
They're not.
Relax.
it.
Chill.
Let's get into some NFL contracts. So, are we gonna do that?
Yeah, we could debate about
Jay Jettis, all the dollars, baby.
Jay Jettis.
I think he's worth every penny.
Justin Jefferson. For those that know, got paid 4-year, $140 million with 110 guaranteed.
He's worth every penny to me. I think he's the best receiver in football, in my opinion. I think he's the best receiver. I think he deserves every penny, and he was smart to ensure that money because he's getting a rookie quarterback this year.
Yeah, and I don't think he's best. To me, if I was gonna go NFL receiver draft, if I could draft anyone, it would be Tyreek Hill because
Yeah, not me.
he can do
don't know.
more than anybody on the field. And
Yeah.
you could put him anywhere.
You can't give him a jump ball though.
Nope. Hell no.
He doesn't have to. He's gonna fucking outrun you by fucking
Nope.
10 yards.
You can't throw him a fade route either, and you can't force it to him at the end of a game because you're going to throw an interception and lose to the Bengals on the way to the Super Bowl. That's what happened. That's what happened.
I know.
That's exactly what happened. Replay that shit. Watch it 100 times. He forced the ball down to Tyreek Hill, a 5'11" fucking receiver, double coverage, got intercepted. Justin
that's
Jefferson,
not fucking Tyreek Hill's fault or Tyreek Hill's fault that the ball.
you
was
throw
forced.
that ball to Justin Jefferson, Wilson, Adams, Jamar Chase, anyone who's not 5'11", they're at least knocking that motherfucker
By
down.
the way, I think you're being generous with
I
5'11".
think he's like 5'8".
Yeah.
Oh, stop.
No, he's
No,
short.
he's-
no,
Yeah, no, he's short.
I think he might be
I'm
5'9".
I'm 5'11".
Yeah.
He's not my height.
Yeah, you're being very generous.
All right, whatever. 5'8", 5'9". I'm giving him 5'11". You still. For me, he's too little. I like Justin Jefferson, Jamar Chase, Devontae before him.
I just think he's more of a weapon all around.
5'10", by the way.
That makes Mahomes so great, by the way.
Oh my god.
That makes Mahomes so great that you just said Tyreek Hill is the best weapon in the league. He gone. 2 Super Bowls later. See you later. Bye-bye.
Stop it.
It
Stop
just
it.
goes back all the time to
It's all
Mahomes.
fucking
It just
circle.
comes all the way back around, always to Mahomes.
Well, let's go.
Speaking of best players at the position, Christian McCaffrey also got extended 2 years, $38 million, $24 million guaranteed.
Deserves every penny.
Yes, and he was healthy all last year. I can't argue with that. When the man's on the field,
Purdy put him in positions to always stay healthy.
my God, another quarterback who wears his hat backwards. By the way, little child, little
He
kid.
can do whatever he wants. Top 5.
Come on now.
Well, we'll see about that.
But the reason why I bring up the contracts, I kind of wanted to see where you guys stand at it, or can give an explanation. Both these players best at their position, and it in comparisons to NBA contracts, it's like nothing. Justin Jefferson's contract compares to SGA's rookie extension, which was 5 years, $179 million guaranteed. He's number 36 highest paid player in the NBA, and Christian McCaffrey's new contract is equal to the extension of the Spurs' Zach Collins, 2 years, $35 million.
Zach-
Right. So, but
Apples
you have,
and oranges.
yeah, it's a totally different. Number one, NBA athletes are the highest paid athletes in the world. They're number one, highest paid athletes in
Over
the world.
baseball?
They're number one. I saw a thing they did last week that show that those guys that do the top 10,
Yeah, I like that.
they did a top 5 or top 10 highest paid athletes. NBA is number one. I think baseball was number 2, and then soccer, cricket down the line or whatever.
Yeah.
The thing, the NBA, they can always get hurt. But Justin Jefferson, bro, he can get hurt week 1 and could be done for a year and a half or 2. So that's
no salary cap.
Yeah, it's a different thing. And the other thing is the NFL has to pay 53 guys. The NBA is paying 12 to 15.
53 and then another 15 on the
practice
11
squad,
on the
or
practice squad.
whatever. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's a way bigger deal.
I mean,
So-
I think the real topic is you're getting to a point where it's getting too top heavy in the NFL.
Quarterbacks, yeah.
You're going to pay 2 guys, one guy 35 million, and if you have a quarterback, another 40 or to 50 million. And the cap, although it's rising every year, it's becoming an issue with putting together a whole team. And I'm going to say it. I know you guys aren't going to agree with me, but I've said this. It's eventually going to bite the Chiefs and teams like this in the ass.
Why you say the Chiefs?
Because you can't pay 2 players a quarter of your salary cap.
They're doing it.
I said eventually going to bite them in the ass.
Doesn't look like it. Doesn't look like it yet.
How is Rafa sounding more Homer than an actual Chiefs fan?
I'm not a homer. It's not. How is it? Let me ask you a question. When the team wins back-to-back Super Bowls with, according to Eddie, the best weapon in the league gone forever. All right. He's the best weapon in the league. The team wins 2 Super Bowls. Don't ever, you should not mention them.
They had the fucking great defense.
Who's Super Bowl MVP?
Last
I forget.
year.
Who's Super Bowl MVP?
Patrick Mahomes.
All right. That's what I thought. So he has 3 Super Bowl MVPs, right?
Yes, sir.
All right. So he that's the best. You can never start a conversation. Oh, it's going to bite the Chiefs in the ass. Never. They've won back-to-back Super Bowls. They've been to 4 of the last 5 or whatever? 4 of the last 6, whatever it's been. That's the best team. Ain't shit biting them in the ass. You know what's going to bite them in the ass? Patrick Mahomes gets hurt. Other than that, nothing's biting them in the ass. He can win a Super Bowl with a bunch of turns at receiver. Oh, wait, he already did.
He did.
Twice.
He did.
2 times. Not
He did.
once, twice.
With a top 3 defense this time.
This time.
Well, he had better talent on offense before.
The year before?
Yeah, a little bit better. I would say Juju Smith would be the number 1 fucking receiver on their team right now.
Stop it.
Xavier Worthy would be.
Xavier Worthy is going to be garbage.
Still would be their
Whoa.
number 1, though.
I'm just saying.
Eddie's a Raider fan and a Mahomes hater.
I am.
Mahomes is phenomenal, but he's never going to give it up to him.
I'm going to be
It's
right.
going to take him
I'm going to
years.
be right.
Eddie,
eventually.
you're already wrong. He already won 3 Super
I
Bowls.
said I'm going to be right.
What about what? What are you going to be? He's not going to win 7 Super
A
Bowls?
broken clock is right twice a day. He's just waiting.
This broken clock is somehow fucked up.
No, the clock is
There's
just
only one leg on the clock.
time is just going really slow. That's why.
No, there's only one
I
arm.
can't wait. I can't wait till they suck this year. I can't wait. I cannot wait.
Dude, the only way that team
I don't
sucks,
care. I don't care. Chiefs are going to suck this year.
They're
Wow.
not.
Clip it.
That's insane.
They lost their best linebacker. They lost their left tackle. They have no one at receiver. Their best receiver's fucking going to be suspended. Their tight
3
end.
games max.
No, 4 games. 4 games.
Okay,
at
4.
least.
All
And,
right,
and-
4.
and that's their best receiver who's not that very good.
Oh, don't say that, Ed.
What doesn't matter though?
I'm
Like,
saying
they still have Mahomes.
He doesn't get that.
That's what you're not understanding.
He don't get that.
okay.
The Mahomes is
I'm
Brady.
I'm playing the long
Mahomes
game.
is Brady.
He's more talented than Brady.
Oh, no doubt about
No
it.
doubt
and,
about it.
and Brady won Super Bowls with a bunch of turds at receiver. A bunch of fucking turds at receiver. No doubt about it. Because when he had a superstar receiver, they didn't win. Not his fault.
Hold on. They had to fucking win fucking 18 and fucking or almost.
And they
They
didn't,
didn't
win.
win because of a helmet fucking catch.
Right. I understand. They didn't win. So
And Randy Moss had the best fucking.
he was
season.
phenomenal. He was amazing, but they didn't win.
That's
They
a that's
didn't
a
win.
It
technicality.
doesn't matter. He still had shit. at
He still had
receiver
shit. Every
most
time
of
he's
his
won a Super
career.
Bowl, with the exception of the Tampa team, the rest of the receivers in New England were fucking trash. Deion Branch, David Givens, Wes Welker.
But, ooh,
None of these are Hall of Famers, by the way.
Okay.
Julian Edelman, those dudes aren't Hall of Famers. Yeah, he had Gronk. Okay, Mahomes has Kelsey.
Vern said they led the league in getting free penalties. Free rushing the
Thank
passer
you,
flag.
Big Vern.
Do not join in this.
Big
mess.
Vern,
Don't
you
do it,
are
Vern.
the more
Oh, Bird.
Big Vern is our compass, our moral compass of the show. And whenever we need to get straightened out, we just look towards the Midwest, and there's Big Vern, the
he
beacon.
said the North Star is Big Vern.
Yes,
Oh my
the
God.
beacon of truth and just everything. That's Big Vern. God damn it.
It's not the bat signal, it's the Vern signal.
It's the
Yes.
Vern signal. He's got a fucking slap, just a fucking hand coming across, and then he
Yes.
looks up to the stars, and he
Yes.
looks in the heavens, and there's a fucking
When,
slap
when I don't
signal.
know what to eat, I call Big Vern. Big Vern, what should I have? Mexican or Chinese?
Like going to run.
Go on a run, Ed. You shouldn't be eating shit. Drink some more cucumber water, fucker.
Oh, and Rick Flores says, and they got Taylor Swift to back him up as well.
Yeah.
Oh, you see?
another reason to hate
Oh,
the Chiefs.
I dislike her, but to me, this is my opinion. I think that Mahomes will be, when all said and done, the greatest NFL player of all time. He's on track.
I think
He's on track.
I think
He's there. He's knocking on the door. Next year, whenever he wins his next Super Bowl,
It's over.
and I don't think it's next
Then he
year,
has as many as Joe Montana.
he will have as many as Joe
As
Montana,
Joe
and he
Montana.
will easily be the second best player of all time, or third behind Jerry Rice.
Just-
I think he's first as well.
I already think he's there.
Yeah, I think he's there as well.
Listen, guys, simple math.
What?
7-4. 7-4.
Oh,
If he wins next year, which he's
This
not going
is
to
such a bad
So
argument.
Bill Russell's the GOAT.
Yeah, that's the thing. No, it doesn't count.
No,
It doesn't count. It doesn't
No,
count.
no,
It
no,
doesn't
no.
count.
Different
because it
era.
doesn't-
Different era.
What the fuck does that
What?
mean?
That Bill Russell played, and you say it all the time, with a bunch of plumbers. They won 11 in a row because there was like 3 black dudes in the league.
4. But,
Okay, thank
all
you.
right. Okay, so
Thank you.
fine.
Which you make the
Fine.
argument all the
So
time.
it's a different era, right? So Jordan being 6-0 is a different era because the NBA now is better. The NFL is now better today than it was in 2001. Tom Brady won a Super Bowl MVP. That motherfucker had 147 yards and 1 touchdown. That was the only
cannot-
touchdown. Wait. That was the only touchdown he threw in that entire playoffs.
You cannot say the Tom Brady era and the Mahomes era is a different era. It's the same fucking era.
No. That was the tail end.
It's in the 2000s, man.
No.
2000s is too broad.
And then this is the thing.
24 years is not an era?
Brady beat Mahomes in
There's
the
2 eras
Super Bowl.
within the 2000s.
Yes, 2000.
By the way, he has 2 careers that if you broke him up, he'd be an NFL Hall of Famer if you split up his career in either one.
And I know Brady
He's
beat
a
Mahomes in the Super Bowl. That Tampa Bay team was ridiculous. Stacked. And that was the year that Andy Reid's son and Patrick Mahomes' dad, both the DUI issues and all that.
Sounds
Right,
like
he
a
pa-
bunch of fucking excuses to me, Big John.
Dude.
Okay, I mean,
Mahomes
we
has
acknowledge
won-
the loss.
Bro,
okay.
LeBron,
we never lied about it.
Mahomes has been to 4 Super Bowls. He's been
And
to 4.
so was fucking Jim Kelly.
and he's won
He
3
was
of those.
0-4.
So you just said he's been to 4.
He's 3-1, Ed, with 3 Super Bowl MVPs
I'm
without a fucking superstar
But if you
receiver.
want to crown him. My argument is you want to say he's better than Tom Brady, which is not true. It's not yet.
How though? How?
Fucking 3,
No, don't use that.
7.
You can't use that.
He has won more consistently than any NFL fucking player of all time. There's a reason he's the fucking GOAT. Don't act
Mahomes
like I
has
fucking-
played 6 seasons.
Okay, he's on, and I said he's on track. I'm saying don't crown him yet, like fucking LeBron.
But if you took the careers at the same pace that they're
Oh,
at,
it's blowing him out the
Mahomes
water. It's
would
not
be
even close.
then I will bow down and say then he's a GOAT. But I'm saying
If
he's
Mahomes
not
wins
yet.
4 or even 5,
hate this argument.
I will have
I
it
hate this argument. I hate it.
because, dude, and this is simple. Yeah, you can go back to and ask 3 questions before Tom Brady. Who was the best quarterback of all time?
Joe Montana.
That's your opinion? As the most talented quarterback of
Oh,
all
the
time,
most talented?
to step out on the field. That is the
Oh.
best. That is the best because at the end of the day, it's a team fucking
I'm
sport.
gonna say
Dan Marino.
or John Elway.
Okay. How many Super Bowls do they have? Marino has none. Elway has 2.
Yeah.
Who's the best baseball player ever?
He goes back. Barry Bonds. No, this is the
0 World
apples-
Series.
Apples
Eddie,
and oranges.
It's a team game. The first Super Bowl that Tom Brady
you should not
won.
bring up baseball at all in this conversation. You're one of it doesn't matter if fucking
Why? NFL's the hardest sport to win a championship.
No, because in baseball, Barry Bonds can go up and hit fucking 4 home runs every fucking game. He's not pitching. He's not a fucking closer.
Mahomes
He
not on
doesn't.
defense.
That's why I said it's not fucking. It's a different fucking thing.
If
Come on,
best player is it at the end of the day, I don't give a fuck how many championships you can win. If you're the best player, you can see it. You're gonna tell me that behind when you take the snap, you're gonna tell me that Tom Brady's better than Patrick Mahomes?
Did you? Okay, Atlanta Falcons.
In a gameplay.
Atlanta fucking Falcons in the fucking Super Bowl. Tom Brady's down fucking 28.
They were throwing the ball up 28-3. They started doing shit they shouldn't have done.
Dude, that was
Bad coaching.
magical. Tom Brady was fucking magical.
Magical was not giving the ball to Marshawn Lynch at the fucking goal line. That was magical. Okay? That was magical. The fucking Raiders tuck rule bullshit, magical. All that shit is always magical. That man won 1 Super Bowl MVP with 140 fucking yards against the #1 offense ever to that point, by the way.
Tom Brady has
They
one Super Bowl
allowed 10
MVP.
points. He won. The first one. The first Super Bowl
Okay.
MVP.
They were 14-point underdogs.
And they won the game. He didn't do shit.
It was his rookie year, had fucking 7 starts.
And they gave him a Super Bowl MVP.
because he fucking won the fucking game when it counted. He fucking made the drive to fucking Vinatieri to kick
To kick the field goal to win the game. They scored 13 points. Let's give the quarterback 13 points.
And they
I
won.
bet you Mahomes won a game 13-3 in the Super Bowl and he got the MVP for one
Who are you
touchdown.
gonna give the Super Bowl to in that game?
Anyone on the defense. Anyone on the
come on,
defense.
that's-
Willie McGinnis, Rodney Harrison, Teddy Bruschi, any one of those guys. Teddy Bruschi actually said that shit on ESPN like 6 months ago.
He did actually.
In his first Super Bowl, he said it. He said in his first Super Bowl, his first playoffs, he threw 1 touchdown the entire playoffs. That's the guy we're calling the greatest quarterback of all time. He won 7 Super Bowls. Fine, wonderful,
This is almost
amazing.
as bad as the fucking Scarface take.
Mahomes is the most gifted player to ever touch a football and throw it.
Vern, we have the voice of truth.
Okay, Vern.
He said-
settle this, big
He said
Vern.
Michael Vick if he didn't go stupid.
Tough. Yeah, there you go. Dude.
Michael Vick's accuracy and playmaking. Mahomes, when he's out of the pocket, the shit he does, sidearm throws, the shovel, the intelligence that man has with a football
The
is
ball
unmatched.
washing is unmatched. The ball washing is unmatched. I've never seen. You should open a ball washing business.
Man.
Okay, let's move on.
He's doing tricks on it.
All right, guys, we're going to take a break. Guys, we were supposed to have Turb, not so slim daddy
Again,
on this week.
Big Vern, spot on. Thank you.
Yeah. So we were supposed to have him on this week. He couldn't make it. So we're going to take a quick break and then we'll be right back with some more gibberish here. So we'll be back.
I don't want a fucking studio. Welcome
All right,
back,
guys,
everybody.
We're back.
Two Nobodies with the Mic, episode 83. Heated sports talk. And by the way, I'm not saying he's not the most talented. I'm not even saying he's not on pace. I only have a problem with people wanting to say he's already better than Tom Brady. That's my only issue.
By the way,
Go ahead. Go
Vern
ahead.
said that the best football of all time is Adam Vinatieri.
Hard to argue.
Might be the most clutch.
Hard to argue.
He might be the most clutch.
So we started off, with the Justin Jefferson getting a humongous contract. I think it's the highest guaranteed contract, non quarterback, highest per receiver, paid non quarterback, and there's some dudes that are ready.
Two guys.
Yes, there's two guys, CeeDee Lamb, which last year
Phenomenal.
for 10 or 11 weeks.
He was the best
Like-
receiver in the league, it looked like. for a
Oh
minute.
my God. I saw him.
Also better than Tyreek Hill, my opinion.
Listen, when you say pure receiver, I just think you can put, CeeDee Lamb's not taking jet sweeps. CeeDee Lamb is not, I'm saying
He's taking a couple.
When I hear, he's taking. But when I hear
jet
like,
sweeps
pure
or
receiver, I think he can run any route in the route tree.
Oh, CeeDee Lamb? Ain't no
Oh,
doubt
yeah.
about it.
Yeah.
Tyreek Hill can't.
No, I agree with you.
I don't agree. Dude, Tyreek Hill runs the shit out of Tyreek Hill's not
Out of nines.
no,
slants.
oh, so fucking wrong, Eddie Money.
He's not a better route runner than CeeDee Lamb is. As a pure route runner, without speed, I'm talking pure, like,
maybe not better than
route
CeeDee
running.
Lamb,
CeeDee Lamb might be like top
but
3
dude,
in that
no,
category.
definitely top
Dude,
three.
have you-
Brandon Ayuk. You got-
Devontae is phenomenal.
Ayuk-
Hunter
Devontae
Renfro's
Adams,
Hunter
route
Renfro's
runner,
a better
route
route
runner.
runner.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Brandon
I
Ayuk
don't-
is definitely
What'd
top
you
three
say?
as well.
Hunter Renfro's a better route runner than
That
Tyreek
we're
Hill.
not doing that.
Yeah,
That's
he's-
not
he's
strike
even-
that
I
from
agree,
whatever
I
fucking
agree
record.
with, I agree with
But-
the money.
But now let me ask you something. Now, so Jefferson's got paid, and in the NFL's always next up or whatever.
Yeah.
So CeeDee Lamb and Jamar Chase both due to get paid.
Yes.
So Jamar Chase commands a lot of dollars as well.
Chase, and then let's talk about that's what I'm saying. There's going to be an issue going forward. We all know that Dak, his minimum, he's asking for $53 to $55 million,
Deserves every fucking penny.
which I agree.
Every penny.
I agree with that. But now with this contract, does CeeDee Lamb say, I want to be paid more than Justin Jefferson? Because I believe he had a better year.
Well, Justin was out.
Yes.
Justin was out. So but you can make that deal and guarantee him 115. You can do that.
Why would you take less?
No, he's got 110 guaranteed.
Okay,
So you get
okay.
115 guaranteed with 145 or whatever.
You know what's crazy? I saw a list of the top 10 highest paid receivers. I believe Devontae is like 7 now. By the time the season starts, Devontae Adams will not even be a top 10 paid receiver in the league.
Oh, he's older, right?
Which when he got the deal, it was outrageous. Like, who pays receivers like that? The NFL is paying receivers, which is kind of crazy when you think about, I like to start my teams from the inside out. Go ahead, Hakatomi Plaza. I like to start my teams from the inside out. I think it's a bad precedent to pay these receivers so much.
What do you think, CJ?
So are you implying that you would like to play like the lineman first?
I'm saying when you're gonna
Was
build,
it the 80s?
I'm saying when you're building a team.
Eddie was a fullback, guys, just so you know. So that's why he thought he was Mike
Yeah,
All-Star.
think
CJ
our
wants to be
blockers get paid.
as a center. He should be the most paid because he's literally in the center of the field. I'm just saying. I think this is not going to be a good thing for the NFL on this curve. The way they are headed, paying these receivers these just gigantic guaranteed.
Eddie, that's the league, though. The league is throwing the ball.
I think it's going to prove. Listen, 20 years ago, running backs were some of the highest paid guys in the league.
Yeah, because
And
the
now
game was
the skill
different.
level was
the
different.
skill level,
And
was, well, not the skill level. The running backs today are more skilled than the running backs back then.
I'm talking about overall
play
though.
style-
I think the
play
whole
style is
play
different.
style is completely
Yeah, it's
different.
completely
I
different.
agree.
And by the
I
way, the
agree.
statement I just made, if you ask a guy who's 50, he's going to say, "Oh no, Barry Sanders and those guys, blah 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 blah." Listen, Saquon Barkley, Christian McCaffrey, they could held their own in any era.
And why? Because they're not singular. They're very multifaceted.
Right.
Which Jamar Chase. This is why I like Tyreek Hill, because you can line him up anywhere on the field. It's about versatility. I'm not saying, dude, I watched CeeDee Lamb in person at SoFi, Chargers and Cowboys. Dude was just like one of the best receivers I've ever seen in person. And I believe if I'm CeeDee Lamb's agent, I'm not taking any less than what Jay Jettis got.
I like how you say Jay Jettis, by the way. You hear that? He was fucking
Yeah,
Jay Jettis.
Yeah.
Implanted the seed.
And what about Jamar Chase?
I had too much injury history.
No, he'd reset it. He'd be the top.
You think so?
Yeah.
Joe Burrow did. They did it with. Joe
I'd rather
Burrow.
have CD than
That's not. No, that's not what I'm asking. Or that's. Not, I don't think that's what.
that doesn't matter.
what do you mean? You said
No, you said
No,
what,
no, no,
what
no.
would he get paid?
What would he get paid? I'm not saying he's got to get paid the same thing.
He would get paid more than Jefferson.
Yeah, he's equal to these guys. They're all equal, right? So when the guys are all equal at their position, that's they're one guy's going to get a little more than the other, and the other one's going to get a little more than the other. Like CeeDee Lamb not signing today, for example.
Oh, he hasn't shown up to
Right, but him not
OTAs.
signing today, seeing this deal is all leverage for him because now
Oh,
it's like,
yeah.
well, he got 110. I got to get 110 guaranteed or 112, 115,
Yeah.
whatever it is. I got to get that.
I got a little bit more.
Yeah, a little bit more.
Like-
He wasn't hurt. He played. He wasn't hurt. Justin Jefferson
Like,
been hurt a couple
Lamar,
times.
like Lamar setting the table for
Yeah,
like,
and then the
for the
next month,
quarterbacks.
everybody
And then-
just upped it by like 2.5, 5, 10.
Depending
But I-
on the guy,
but I
because
think
if I'm Dak, like for me, Dak, I don't know if you give him the Lamar money or the
No.
Burrow money because of his age. That's the only thing. Is like it's not next up all the time. It's next up for example, in this receiver group, like Devontae could be a free agent. He's not next up because of
No.
his age. The
Yeah.
next up is CeeDee Lamb and Jamar Chase. Those are the next up. T. Higgins, he's up, but this is not T. Higgins money.
Yeah.
T.
No,
Higgins is down near Jalen Waddle's extension, like somewhere in that, a little bit more than that.
I agree, but I think Jerry Jones is so stupid that he will give
How stupid is he?
Dak Prescott a stupid ass contract
Like he has every time.
every time. Because even when
He's never gotten ahead of the market.
he's always too late,
he's been in
like
an
he
idiot.
should have signed Parsons earlier. He should have signed CeeDee Lamb earlier. Like
Parsons not up yet.
it doesn't
Oh,
matter.
he's gonna be.
He's gonna
the
be
year
up.
after.
He's next year. He'll
He's
be up.
going to be.
Yeah, but
man.
he like Jerry Jones has all his star players within 2 years,
And Lawrence, Zach
Yeah, like-
Martin.
and a lot of
Zach
them.
Martin's
a lot of them
closer
are
to the
this year.
back than the
Yeah.
front.
Let me ask you this real quick. I know where I stand. I'd rather have CD than Jamar Chase. The availability,
I think I'd take CeeDee Lamb over Jamar Chase as well.
I would love to put that to a poll. I would love to put that to the poll.
I'd take Justin Jefferson first,
but
I'd take CeeDee
the
Lamb
thing
before
is,
Chase.
it's like okay, so like let's say you take Jamar Chase or you take CeeDee Lamb and I get Jamar Chase. Like I'm not mad.
We're not losing nothing.
I know,
No,
like,
you're not losing
Like,
anything.
I'm not mad that I got Jamar Chase. Like I'm still pretty happy with.
No, we're not. You're not losing anything. You're not losing anything. They're both about the same age or whatever. Probably the same age.
Well, here, but CD's been more durable.
That's the thing. I would take CD over Chase
Yes.
because of that,
Yes.
because of the durability.
That's fair.
And Jamar Chase for me drops one too many passes.
I also agree with that as well.
One too many. That's why I think
CD drops passes too.
I don't know, man. I just for
There's
me
a-
it's Justin Jefferson and it's like one, and then the other guys are 2-2A.
I was looking at drops the other day. I'm pretty sure CD was like near the top.
Yeah,
five in
CD
Really?
has a lot of.
I
bad
gotta
drops.
watch CD more. Then amazing, but he's fucking good, dude.
No, CD
He's-
is great.
he-
I love CD Lamb.
Like I said, 10 in that middle 10 weeks in a row, I think he had over 100. I think he,
He
had
was
some
phenomenal.
he had a record, I believe, over 100 yards, 11 weeks or 12 weeks.
Dude,
in
he
a
had
row.
games of 140, 150.
I remember because I got him in fantasy right before it blew up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
And
had
there-
him in
and-
this
And
fantasy.
there's no one Gallup. There was garbage on the other side. Everyone knew where
Don't
they were
say
going.
that. Their tight end was good.
On the other side.
Gallup wasn't terrible.
Garbage.
They had Brandon Cooks too.
Brandon Cooks
He
was,
cooked a little
he was
bit.
cooking.
He was cooking meth, but he was cooking.
Fun fact: Brandon Cooks was my brother's roommate in college.
Of course.
Of course he was.
I thought you were gonna say your cousin.
Yeah, 'cause you got a lot of.
I've been to
Bro,
his
you
house when
have-
he was playing for the Rams. I've been to his house.
Bro, you have more cousins than Mexican people. Are you sure
I
you're
went to
not
Brandon Cook's
Mexican?
house in LA. Super nice. Looks over the whole city. It's nice and shit.
That's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Yes.
Which cousin? Is
No.
he not your cousin?
Also Indian hair.
Indian hair
Indian
for
hair.
sure. So, anyways, let's get into some NBA talk.
Yes.
Finals start tomorrow. The Celtics are favored to win the championship, minus 225. The Mavs are at 190 plus 190. Value in the Mavs, man.
I agree.
Value in the. I'll tell you what, though. Celtics. Porzingis is going to play tomorrow. He's not.
playing.
He's playing. Not sure how many minutes he's going to play. I think somewhere in the
When's the last
20 to
time
24.
he's actually suited up? When was the
10
last?
games ago. 10 games ago.
Seems so much longer than
He's
that.
10 games. He's missed the last 10 games.
Wow.
So he played in the Miami series. So and the first series, and then he got hurt. Porzingis in the game. I like the over at 214 tomorrow. I like the over. I like the over.
With this, which I haven't heard anybody that actually likes this long break. What was it? 6 days, 5 days?
A lot of days.
Who do you think it benefits most?
What benefited the Celtics because Porzingis is coming back to play. They need Porzingis. Horford cannot play 30 plus minutes. He's still a very good player at his age.
God,
He's just not, and he's dying for this championship.
can't remember.
He needs his title. Horford needs his title, man.
what college?
Oh, Florida.
Yeah,
It's
that was a
easy
stupid
work.
question.
Yeah, national champ 2 times.
Yeah. Fit-
Oh, he's a Hall of Famer.
Dude, his numbers have
He's
to
a Hall
be-
of Famer.
I think his.
He was on those great Atlanta teams, by the way, that LeBron just destroyed.
So I believe he's right there in top 3 or 4 in playoff like appearances, and I mean he is stacked. I saw a thing where he's almost played 2 extra seasons by being in the playoffs that much. That's crazy.
Horford's been a very, very
Solid.
good NBA player.
Solid.
Very good NBA player.
Yes.
I just don't think the Celtics, for them to beat the Mavs, I don't think he can play 30 minutes tonight. Porzingis coming back, going to take a load off of him, you know.
Giggity.
I think, but I do like the Mavs in the series. I think Luka's the best player on the floor. It's no doubt about it. He is phenomenal. How good is that step back 3?
It's like I said, for being a 6'9" guy, it doesn't matter who's in.
If he was black, he'd be LeBron part 2, 2.0. What?
They're different. They're different skill sets. I agree with you with the rebounding and the passing.
LeBron better on the defensive side of the ball.
Yeah. But let me ask you this, and this is why and this is very weird that I'm saying this, because everyone knows, if you watch all 83 episodes, not a fan of Kyrie, the antics, whatever. I just not a fan of just him in the fact of being all in on basketball.
I think he's always been all in. I said it last week. I think that he's figured out his role. He always wanted to be an alpha. That's why he left LeBron. He left Cleveland and he went to Boston. He got hurt that year. They lost to the Cavs in the Eastern Conference Finals. But he didn't play. He got hurt. He wanted to be an alpha. And he knew when he went to Boston, he was not going to be an alpha because Tatum, right away, he realized, Brad Stevens was a coach, that it was Tatum and Brown, and that was the mix of the team. He went, and then he was with Durant. He wasn't the dude.
Can I tell you why I think I've come around, and this is why I think I like Dallas, because Kyrie in Boston, he is going to be they're going to boo the shit out of him.
You think he's going to be more motivated?
I think he is going to try to stick it, and a motivated Kyrie, which I haven't seen in a while. He's been great in the playoffs, at least for one half in a game. I think you're going to see the best version, or at least since the Cavaliers, Kyrie, who was Robin to LeBron's Batman. I think you're going to see the best version of him. I don't believe in the Celtics, although as far as just toughness, gritty, having the heart, and I think Luka, and I think that this break actually helps the Mavericks.
Yeah, Luka rests a little bit. The only thing with Kyrie for this series is that Drew Holiday's a phenomenal defender. He's
true.
very good on defense.
Did you hear what he said on how to guard Kyrie though?
What'd he say?
You just got to pray to God.
Oh, that's something nice he's saying. Drew is a above average. He's probably an elite defender in his position.
Yeah.
Drew's an elite defender in his position who can shoot the 3, super smart, champion, world champion. He brings a world championship experience to this team. I think it's going to be a tough series. I like Dallas because I like Luka. I think Luka's the best player on the floor, but I think it's going to go 7.
I think Tatum is in a Josh Allen situation.
Oh
Like
man.
he has to win this finals, and not only win, but he has to be the most dominant player on the
He
Celtics.
will not be. Oh, on the Celtics. I thought you were saying dominant player on the floor.
No, because Luka will be the most points
Every night.
scored to be Luka. But on the Celtics, he has to be the guy, and they have to win because of him. If they don't, I think
I agree with that
his
wholeheartly,
takes a
man.
whole different turn.
That's what I think. Well, that's what we talked about last week. Where we were. If they don't win, they need to figure something out. Because with him, it's like, listen, you can't trade a player like that.
Yeah.
But it's just something that needs to be.
But like, because even Brown has been the more, not dominant, but he's just been
Consistent.
the more consistent, more willing player on the Celtics. Like he's the one that takes it by storm. He's like, you know what, give me the ball, I'll do it.
That game 4, dude, he went out in the first quarter, he scored 14 right out the gate.
This was the issue last year with the Celtics, is that when it's crunch time, who's their guy? And I think they still don't know who's their guy. When it needs to be Jason Tatum, he needs to take the reins and say, "This is my team." You freaking nerd from Cal Berkeley.
Smart as fuck, by the way.
Smartest player in the NBA.
That's why I give it
Phenomenal
more
player.
to the Mavericks, because the Mavericks don't care who the guy is in the fourth quarter. It could be Kyrie, it could be Luka. It doesn't matter because they know their roles. With the Celtics, they're still kind of like, all right, like, is it me? Is it you? If I score more, is that bad? Like, I feel like they're more confused.
The only thing with like, if we break down the series and we go by the players, and to me, I think Luka's the best player. I think he's the second best player in the league. So I think he's the best player in this series.
Yeah.
The second and third, though, best players in the series, I think are Tatum and Brown.
Yeah.
And then Kyrie.
Yeah.
But then
No,
after
I
that,
agree. Yeah.
then it's after that, it's Drew Holiday, it's Porzingis. The rest of the Mavericks roster, I give the Mavericks edge, though, at head coach. And I think Jason Kidd, when you watched him in the last series, the timeouts he took, takes timeouts. When they come out of a timeout, their conversion rate was phenomenal in the last series. Like, they found ways to get buckets after a timeout, stopping runs.
Timely buckets is super key, I think, in a finals.
That's
like
how I
this.
judge head coaches in the NBA. Defensively, one, are you getting your guys to play defense, which is very difficult in the NBA? And number two, like you just said, coming out of a timeout, it's so crazy when you see it. Guys get easy with great coaches. It's an easy bucket.
Yeah, you get a bucket, and then it's like,
And
okay,
that's all coaching.
We've at least stopped whatever momentum they have. But if you miss there, then the Celtics are coming back and they're going to get another 2 buckets.
Let me ask you this. Well, sorry,
Oh, you're
Hawks.
good. You're good.
I think that the most talented roster is the Celtics. Who do you think is the X factor on each team? Is it PJ Washington? Is it Derek White? Who do you think the stars need to be stars and show up? Who do you think stands out and is the X factor on each team? Because I think that's going to be the difference.
On the Celtics, for me, it has to be Derek White. Derek White is going to have a guy. So you have Brown. You know, Brown is probably going to match up, or Brown or Tatum are going to guard Luka. Drew's going to guard Kyrie to the best of his ability. On the other side, you're going to have the lefty from Dallas. Is it Young? Jones. Jones is going to have to guard Tatum on the other side of the ball.
Oh, Jones Jr., yeah.
Yeah, he's going to have to guard Tatum. The problem is, who's Luka guarding? Because that's going to be their mismatch on the other side of the ball. So Derek White, I don't know if you have a guy. Another dude is like, okay, Derek White's going to hit the open shot. He can bring up the ball when Drew's not in the game. He can do all of that. I think it's Derek White. And for Dallas, it has to be PJ Washington. They need that third scorer.
Yeah.
They need him to get 15 to 20. He needs to hit the open three for that.
Like he's been doing.
And Jones Jr. as well.
I think it's lively on the Mavericks.
I don't think he's going to get – well, I think they're going to pull him out.
They're going to pull him out a lot. And that's the thing is, like, you saw in the last series when he was out, it was a huge difference in that series. When he didn't play that one game,
but Minnesota's different. Minnesota's built different. They're built from the inside out.
Yeah.
With Gobert, Towns can extend and shoot the three, but not consistently. When he went inside, he was that game 4. Towns had a bunch of points, 32 points or whatever it was, but he got to the paint.
So you
in
think
this
Lively will
series,
be more not playing a lot of minutes because they're taking him out.
They're going to pull him out. I think they're going to pull him out because if the Celtics, let's say they go with Tatum, Brown to end the game, Tatum, Brown, Porzingis, Holiday, and White. Who's Lively guarding? Porzingis is going to have you at 22 feet from the basket.
Yeah.
So he's at 22 feet. Now you're losing the defender. And, so that's the difference. They're going to have an edge on the offensive side of the ball as far as rebounding with that lineup.
Yeah.
But small ball at the end of the game, I think, is going to be key. It's going to be a tough series. I think Mavs in 7 because of the coach, but it wouldn't shock me if the Celtics won the series.
Go ahead.
Vern said Luka brings his whole team together. That's why he's a true team player. But you guys kept talking about X factors and who's the best player on the court. Who do you guys think wins Finals MVP? And I also have some odds here as well.
If the Mavs win, it's Luka. And I think if the Celtics win, it has to be Tatum, but I think it will be Brown. If the Mavs win, if the Celtics win, the Brown is not scared to take a shot and take them and keep missing. Tatum, I feel like there's too many games. He scores 25 a game. Yes, he scores 25
But
a
he's
game.
like gone. Like
He
you don't even
disappears
notice.
for a second.
You don't even notice the 25. That's the thing.
Like
It's
the game against the Pacers, there was a game against the Pacers there where he struggled to get going. He finally, midway through the third, he got some buckets, some shots to go down. But the first 2 games, they were in trouble. Well, the first game they were in trouble. Game 3, they were in trouble. So
Let me ask you this, Eddie. Do you have odds series, the championship odds? Just straight out.
So Celtics are minus 225,
Okay.
and they're 6.5 point favorites in the first game. Over is 214.5. Blue chip the over for game 1.
love it.
I like it.
Mavs, every game they won in the last series, all 4 games went over. The Celtics, I think, will pull them out, extend the floor, and the Celtics can shoot the 3.
Doesn't
Like
matter.
one of the best
they're on the road.
That's the thing, though. The Celtics don't shoot good from 3. They lose. Like,
Well, that's every team, but
no,
they can
that's-
shoot
it's
the 3.
Mainly the Celtics, though. Like,
Yeah.
the Celtics
This is
need
a
the
bunch of
3.
shooters.
They don't do anything else well.
They can't play inside. If the game gets tight at the end of the game, where it gets into a half-court game,
It favors the
it
Mavericks.
favors the
heavy.
Mavs. It favors the Mavs because Kyrie can play in the half court and Luka can play
That's
in the half
that's
court.
what I would play for. I would play for keeping the game close for the Mavericks. Just aim to keep the game close because I think in the last 5 minutes, the edge.
If the
shoots-
game gets into that slow 5 minutes, slow down mode, I think it favors the Mavs at the end of the game. They're not going to play that way for 4 quarters. So
Can I get a two-leg parlay for tomorrow from Rafa the Guru? Come on, man. Putting you on the spot. We are the gambling show of record, man.
So if you have to do a 2-leg parlay, I would take the Celtics and the over tomorrow. I think the Celtics
minus
with
6.5?
minus 6.5 and the over for game 1. If you're forcing gun to my head, I don't like either side for tomorrow as far as the points. I just think if the Celtics come out and they're lights out from the
game's
beginning,
over.
Dallas is gonna struggle to catch up.
I'm fucking going to Wells Fargo, blowing it up, robbing, and putting
Do not.
Mavs
I like-
money line
I
to
like
the
the over.
over.
I like the over in the first half. And it's
Celtics.
probably like one.
No, Mavs
You
money
said
line.
Celtics.
I know. I'm
you,
saying
you like the
Mavs
Mavs money line tomorrow.
to the over.
I like the over tomorrow. I like the first half over. Actually, I like a little bit more in the game total. I think the game, if it's tight, if the game is tight, it will slow down to that fourth quarter. You may have a 40-point fourth quarter. Now, if the game is, Celtics or Mavs, either team is up 10 or 12 at halftime, take the second half over.
All right. So then, real quick, who's your Finals MVP?
Luka if it's the Dallas Mavericks, and
I'm-
Jaylen Brown if it's the Celtics.
I'm going to go Kyrie only because I think Kyrie has a humongous chip on his shoulder.
Not happening.
And he's going to give the middle. I think you're going to see the best Kyrie we've ever seen and I think he plays better on the road than he does at home.
I don't think it's Kyrie because Kyrie has a tough matchup. And he's a phenomenal basketball player. But
It's hard because I think the Celtics win, but if it was Finals MVP, I think it's Luka, which makes no sense.
Jerry
Because
West did it.
it's hard
LeBron
for me-
almost did it.
It's
so-
hard. It's hard for me to pick a guy in the Celtics because I don't trust Tatum, and I don't know if Jaylen Brown's going to be that dominant.
Oh no, Jaylen Brown is that dude. He's
No,
gonna
yeah, no,
take
he's-
shots.
He's going to be good, but I don't know if he's going to be like 30 points a game. Good. Like I don't know if he's going to be Finals MVP.
I think he's gonna have a great matchup. I think he's gonna have a great matchup because their best defender will be guarding Tatum. The first game, if Derrick Jones Jr. is their best defender, he's gonna be on Tatum, and that means PJ Washington is gonna have to guard Jaylen Brown.
Can I give you a hot take?
Give it.
Derek Lively should wear one of those the helmets on 7-on-7. He should be out there. Bro cannot get a concussion again. He will be out. He needs to protect his head.
I think Kleber's going to play a lot because Porzingis is going to pull him out, and so he's more versatile out there, and he can shoot the three as well. So,
Well, here are the MVP odds, just in case you guys are curious. Tatum is at -125, Luka +210, Jalen Brown
man,
+700,
that is
That plus
value.
210 is value. Right
and
there.
Kyrie at +1800.
I don't like the Kyrie at all. I love the Jalen
Jaylen
Brown
Brown.
at +700 because I think if the Celtics win, I think it will be because of him. Tatum has yet to show me that he can do this.
I mean, even in the Eastern Conference Finals, wasn't after like the last game at halftime, Tatum was like -5,000 to win it, and then Jalen Brown ended up winning it.
Wow.
Yeah. Jalen
That's
Brown was
minus
phenomenal.
5,000.
Yeah, it was like -500 before the game. After
That's
the halftime, he like went up
crazy.
stupidly, and then he didn't get it.
That's crazy.
That's wild.
Well, there's your and great freaking analysis from the guru over here. You're not going to get any better because Rafa watches a shit ton of NBA basketball.
Yeah, I'm excited for these finals.
Yeah.
I'm pumped because we're seeing three players under whatever 28 or whatever they are, 27. I don't know what their age is, whatever, but those are probably three of the five best players. We're probably watching three of the best 15 players in the league in this series. So, because I think Brown is a phenomenal player, and Tatum as well. I just need Tatum to show me something.
Yeah.
Show
Well,
me something, man.
We just covered the title. We covered now a little sneak peek into next year about a bunch of rumors that are surrounding the Lakers.
Yes,
I haven't seen this.
You really?
I've
No,
actually,
I
I've
don't-
actually
dude,
seen
I don't-
reports that have
listen,
been fake.
Shams
I
has
don't
been
watch
reporting it.
ESPN. I don't watch any of that shit. Whatever I see on Instagram is what I see.
But basically, for those that don't know, the reports are that JJ Redick is presumed to be the new head coach of the Lakers, and then he has a predicted staff of James Borrego, I think how you say it, Scott Brooks, Sam Castle, Jared Dudley, and Rajon Rondo.
What a staff. Sam Cassell
Wow.
and Scotty Brooks.
Scotty Brooks, head
Scotty
coach?
Brooks, head coach.
Thunder,
Sam
right?
Cassell, phenomenal coach. Phenomenal assistant all over the league. Put it this way: if the Lakers do well next year, Sam Cassell the next year should get a head coaching job.
I like
That would be a great staff. And if JJ
Wow.
Redick would be the coach, he's that staff that he wants to hire. Very smart staff. Rondo, phenomenal player and smart fucking guy.
He basically served as a coach in that 2020 year.
And
Yeah.
and
And
you're
a
talking
player.
about guys who command, because the issue is this: who is going to tell LeBron James with 6 seconds to go, you cut here, you go here? This will be the all respected guys.
Yeah, but
Like,
it'll basically who would draw up a play for LeBron to not erase it on that board.
Any one of those guys.
Yeah,
Scott Brooks has I think LeBron has a ton of respect for Scott Brooks. Sam Cassell, and Rondo, who's been there, and Redick, of course, we know the relationship they have. Any one of those guys, I think they have the respect of LeBron, and they understand the game. All those guys, they're point guards. With the
Yeah.
exception of Redick and Scott Brooks, they were both shooting guards. But Sam Cassell and Rajon Rondo, Rondo,
Dude,
my goodness, he led the Celtics. He had those monsters on the Celtics as a rookie, and he's like, they listen to him,
and
Yeah,
I
yeah.
could see
and those are big personalities.
Rondo. I could see any of those guys pulling LeBron aside and said,
And LeBron, AD, all those guys. Like
Yeah.
I think every dude on that team will respect Rondo a shit ton.
I hope they get that done. I think that's a home run of a staff. And I think we don't want to see any retreads. I think if they got to make that happen.
that's their staff. Give me a Lakers future, man.
I think that's a great staff, and that would be a great hiring for the Lakers and all the haters and with the Redick, and he's never coached and blah blah blah. We can't keep recycling these same coaches. Doc
Darvin
Rivers,
Ham.
yeah, Darvin Ham came out of nowhere
You
to
should never get
coach.
a job ever again.
Like those guys. Well, listen, it's the same recycled coach that we've gotten over the years is Frank Vogel and all these dudes that are just Doc Rivers. It's just recycling fucking coaches.
Yeah.
Let's get a new guy in there. We get a new dude in there. See what happens. Redick, when you listen to him on a broadcast, I swear it's like listening to a young Hubie Brown or when you listen to Snapper Jones back on NBC. Do you remember that?
Oh yeah.
Like when you listen to those guys, Mike Fratello, like listening to those guys
Lenny
and
Wilkins.
listening to them analyze basketball is insane. And when you're doing it in the game, Hubie Brown is phenomenal. I think JJ Redick is a young Hubie.
I hope they do hire him, and I hope JJ takes LeBron aside and said, "Listen, Papa, I want to get you here, but I have to be the end all be all. You got to trust me. You have to trust me. I will put you in the right positions."
But
And
I think LeBron knows that, and
LeBron hasn't trusted anybody.
Have you watched them on the podcast? They
I haven't.
analyze. It's analyzing X's and O's, different plays.
And they analyze them like super identically.
Yes, exactly. So it's like, oh, we would have done this and blah blah. It's like you're getting two dudes that understand the game on another level. With obviously Rondo on the staff, Brooks who's been to the finals,
and Rondo who played with them, too,
and Rondo who played
won
with
that
LeBron,
championship.
and Sam Cassell who's respected all over the
Oh,
league.
yeah.
World
Yeah.
champion, by the way.
Not a very handsome man.
What the fuck does it matter?
Every time
Where does that come from?
Yes.
Throwing straight.
His eyes are very awkward. Sam Cassell is almost like a halibut.
Sam Cassell is a world champion, man.
His baldness looks pretty clean, man.
I like Sam
I
Cassell.
love him too.
I love Sam
an
Cassell.
observation.
Straight
yeah.
hate, man.
He should have been the Clippers coach.
Yeah.
Well,
So
covering that now, also some news stirring in the culture. Tracy McGrady said this week that he doesn't have Steph Curry in his top 10. I want to see where you guys.
I
Right
saw
on.
that today. I was immediately shocked. Tracy McGrady, just like me and Mahomes, I think he's a documented hater.
What?
McGrady?
Why is he a hater?
McGrady overvalues his career and his talent for sure.
Overvalues?
Oh, 100%. Tracy McGrady thinks he's a dog. For him to come out,
Whoa. So you're saying Tracy McGrady wasn't a dog?
He was a dog. He got hurt, but he was a dog when
dog.
he wasn't hurt.
okay, he scored a lot of points in Houston. He was a number one. It
Orlando?
didn't work out.
Scored
Still,
fuck-
you still be a dog and not work.
yeah.
I listen, I didn't like the take.
By the way, also, just so you know, so we're on this Steph Curry top 10 thing. Gilbert Arenas also said that Steph Curry's not a revolution. What is it?
Generational player.
Generational player. That I disagree with. I know what he's saying because the guys he mentioned, like he didn't say, he said,
I think he used the wrong word.
I
instead
don't
of
No, I
generational.
think he knew exactly
he
what
knew
he
what he was saying. What he was saying was the next, it was basically like the next up. It
He-
basically was the
He
conversation.
said Kareem generational. He said Shaq generation because it hasn't been done before. They're one of one in their era.
Yeah, yeah. Jordan, Kareem, Shaq, LeBron, Magic,
And I think that's it.
and Wemby.
And Wemby,
Yeah, he said Wemby.
which I agree. One of one physically. And he didn't put Curry in there, or he didn't put Kobe in there.
He said Kobe. It was a Jordan 2.0.
Yeah.
But it didn't. That's why. It was basically watching the same shit.
But are we really gonna listen to Gilbert Arenas, who's pulling out guns in his locker room?
What does that have to do with anything?
He's kind of off his rocker.
He's not off his rocker.
He's
not
been
off his rocker. He's not off his rocker. He's not off his rocker at all.
Okay. Steph Curry, one of one. We haven't seen one before, and we haven't seen one since. And go ahead. Don't tell me.
This is what he. Okay, so when you pulled, or was it T-Mac? When you pulled Curry, when you pulled Draymond and Klay Thompson from the team, Curry didn't do shit. He couldn't win without those guys on the floor. Like he couldn't lead the team to the playoffs. They were horrible that year. They got the number one pick. Like they were terrible. He didn't lead the team to the playoffs. That's what he was talking about. When Wade didn't play, LeBron was just fine. When Kyrie and they were just fine. So that's what he was referring to.
We're mixing two different takes: the generational thing. And,
yeah, which one are you guys talking about?
Yeah,
Oh, you guys want to do
let's
if he's
go with
not
the-
top 10?
let's go with. And I'll start off because I gave my top 10 today. Go ahead, go give him the mic. Give Tommy Plaza the mic,
If you're
man.
putting him in the top 10, who are you taking out of the top?
I don't
10?
put him in the top 10.
Okay,
You
no,
don't
I
put
gotta
Steph
redo
Curry.
the list.
I'm asking him if you're putting him in.
I'll tell you.
Put him in.
Who are you taking out?
Yeah,
of the
what's your top
10?
10?
Okay, I'll give you my top 10. That's what I'm trying to tell you, man. And this will be debate. This was hard. A top 10 is hard. But to me, I think Steph is in there. I also think Steph is a generational. We haven't seen it
Well,
before,
okay,
and we haven't seen it since.
That's a fact.
Okay,
But
so here's my top 10.
Start from 10.
I'm going Kevin Durant, the Durantula.
Okay.
And that was very difficult for me. I'm going to go Shaq 9, Steph 8, Kobe 7, Larry Bird 6, Magic 5, Bill Russell, Kareem, LeBron, number 1, the GOAT, MJ. Debate me, man.
No,
Debate me.
I know
need
he's
a
laughing
list.
at your number one.
I need a
Look,
list.
let me see the lighter, man, because
None of these lighters are working. You need matches.
I think I couldn't put
Give me matches. I'm gonna
Curry-
light a new cigar for this topic.
I couldn't put Curry over Duncan.
No,
And
Hell no.
and basically, you took
hell no.
Duncan out of your top
Okay,
10 and put Curry there.
Mr. Fundamental.
saying what you had to say, I'll put Duncan at 10 and I'll take KD out.
Oh hell no. No,
That was those Spurs teams.
I'll start from the top. LeBron number one.
Brown. Yeah, shocker.
LeBron number. This
Are
is
you sure?
my
Hold on. Are you sure Patrick Mahomes isn't number 1 in the NBA?
He could be
Generational, man.
generational as fuck. LeBron number 1, Jordan number 2, Kareem number 3. Okay, that's my top 3. Number 4.
Oh yeah, it's juicy.
Number 4 for me is Larry Bird.
I have my 5.
Fuck.
Larry Bird for me is number 4.
Save the league, man.
Magic is
Save
number.
the league.
Magic is number
Overrated
5.
as fuck. I said it there.
That's crazy.
Bird for me is 4. Magic is 5. Shaq is 6. Bill Russell 7. Tim Duncan. Actually, Tim Duncan 7. Bill Russell 8. And then probably and then Kobe. Kobe at 8 actually. Bill Russell at 9 and Durant at 10. And I think Durant, when he played with Curry, who was the best player on the team? Durant was the best player on the team on a guy you're putting ahead of him on the list. Durant was the best player on the team.
But they don't win without Steph Curry on that team.
What are you talking about? Durant won 2 finals MVPs. How many did Curry win when Durant was there? Fucking 0.
Because Kevin Durant was in his prime.
Iguodala won the finals MVP while Curry was on the team without Durant.
Again, importance value.
Again.
I mean that's true.
Importance value.
I can't-
KD is more important.
So Iguodala,
Every guy that I
okay.
named,
So by your logic, Iguodala was more important than Steph Curry.
I didn't
Just
say
because he
Iguodala.
won an MVP. Come
A
on,
finals
man.
MVP in that series.
You did have to guard the good. That series.
Of course.
That's why he won it.
That's exactly why he won it. Curry was irrelevant.
Therefore,
Not
he was
irrelevant, but he
more
was.
Irrelevant,
important.
man.
He was. You know his finals MVP voting in that? It was Iguodala, LeBron, and then Curry. Third.
And LeBron actually should have won it without winning.
Yeah, without winning.
His
would have been the
numbers
second
were
ever.
just
Astronomical.
like 45, fucking 17
Iguodala
every
won
game.
MVP for guarding LeBron, who averaged like 35 this whole
That's
season.
how
Kawhi
good-
won.
that's how
Kawhi won
good-
MVP also for guarding LeBron in 2000.
That's how good LeBron
14,
was.
13.
That's or was.
And he's still not your number one.
And he's still not. It don't matter. They stuck in an era, baby. They're stuck in an era.
We don't
But the guys that I'm naming, Ed, the guys that I'm naming, all won finals, and they were the best player on the team. That's
we only have like 1 or 2 guys that are different on our list.
yeah. You have Curry though.
Yeah.
Curry's in your top 10 without being the best player on his team, all but for 1 finals when they played the Celtics.
He won championships without fucking Kevin Durant. You know that, right?
One with Iguodala against. Yes.
Come on, man.
It was LeBron and Matthew Dellavedova in that series, Eddie.
Okay.
He played LeBron and Matthew Dellavedova.
That was it.
That was all. That was it. That's it. There was nobody
You
else.
can only play who's on the court with you.
And he didn't win the finals MVP. He couldn't outplay Matthew Dellavedova.
He didn't win the finals MVP because fucking Iguodala fucking he held LeBron to 45-17 and fucking 11.
Nah, he would have won.
There you go. There you go.
22.
There you go.
If not, they would have lost the
I'm
series.
scratching your back
They
right
would
now,
have lost
Rafa.
the series.
I'm making your point.
But when he was on the team with Durant won the finals MVP both times. That's the thing. That when they played Toronto, Durant got hurt. They didn't win. Why did he beat fucking Kawhi Leonard without Durant? What happened?
So okay, but Rafa, if he's not in your top 10, where is he? Like, is he like 11?
He's like right outside of it.
Like 12, 15.
Like 11 to 15. He's right outside of it. Like you can't put him above in front of Kobe. You can't put him in front of Duncan. You can't put him in front of
Why? You can't put it. Why can't you put him in front of Duncan?
because
Duncan was the
Duncan
best
won 4
player
titles.
on the best team in that.
How
in
many
that
does
era.
fucking Curry have?
Dude, Duncan was the
Hello?
best player. He was the best player when he won the finals.
Bro, that team was great coach, great system. That team was Tony Parker.
The Warrior system wasn't great. Steve Kerr wasn't a great coach.
They're still, it's the
Yeah.
best system ever.
Great franchise.
They had the best, in my opinion, that Warriors team is the best team ever. I'll take it with anybody. You stack it up with the Bulls. Those dudes could not guard these guys. Durant is better than he is. There's no doubt about it. They were on the same team. That man dominated. Durant dominated. If you're on the same team and I win the finals MVP, how are you better? Twice, not once, twice.
By the way, Tim Duncan has 3 finals MVPs.
There you go.
99,
And by the way,
03,
Bill Russell,
05.
the award for finals MVP is named after him. So, I mean, he can't come out the list.
Yeah,
And we're not even putting Wilt Chamberlain on this fucking
I
list.
played power forward against fucking Bill Russell.
Dude, we're not even putting Wilt Chamberlain in there.
That's that.
So,
Now, if you're gonna make an argument, let's make that argument.
but Durant, in my opinion, is better than Curry. I'd rather have Durant as the best player on a team with nobody else than Curry. Curry's proven that if he's the only player on the team, they don't make the playoffs.
You might be technically right, but
Technically.
because like I've said before, Durant to me there's a tarnish. There's a narrative that he had to leave Oklahoma, that he had to leave, that if he was so dominant and so great, just stay where you're at and win. And that's Durant's legacy. And you can't get away from that at this point.
So you're not putting him in the top 10 because of legacy.
Yeah, I'm cool with that.
It's wrong.
I don't know how you keep Steph out of your top 10.
Because Durant and him were on the same team and Durant dominated the finals. That's why.
How many championships?
Durant is more unguardable than Steph Curry.
This is true.
That's the thing. He's more unguardable. You can't guard him. You can take a bunch of guys and they can guard Curry.
Double.
Yeah, come on,
mean,
man.
Is that not true?
Okay, let's move on to the generational thing. Do you agree?
Wait, John has something to say.
Oh, Big John, go ahead, man.
You got a little camera shy.
Okay. My only thing is Curry has won an NBA championship post their KD Curry era.
Pre-KD, by the way, and post.
But no, he won it and won finals MVP that year. KD still hasn't won it. He hasn't even made the finals since they separated. And he's been on 2 different teams already he's on the Suns with Devin Booker. How much more help do you need? If he's supposed to be this good.
Are you sure that's not Big Vern over there? Well, great freaking point over there, Big John.
When they were on the same team, bro, he wasn't the best player. That's the thing. We played together and you weren't the best. That's the thing. So that's the difference.
All right. I like it, man.
Well, we're about nearing the 2-hour mark, but MLB is peaking right now. I want to see.
Dodgers have been atrocious.
Yes. MLB's peaking. Dodgers aren't.
Atrocious is kind of a rough word.
They've been,
Lost back-to-back games to the Pirates.
they just got dogged today.
Okay. Are they not in first place?
Yeah, the division sucks.
Well, you said atrocious.
The last couple of games,
The
they've been
fucking
atrocious.
Last couple of games is 162 games. The Astros have been atrocious.
And injuries are going to plague them even more. They lost 2 more pitchers today.
There you go. Atrocious.
I'm just telling you, they're we're not talking about the Astros. We're talking about the Dodgers.
You said atrocious. I'm saying they're not atrocious.
The last couple of games, they've been atrocious. Glass now has lost 4 of the last 5, I think, that he's pitched. The team, not him, the team.
Yeah.
Has lost 4 of the last 5, I think, that he's pitched. So, and they're not hitting when he's pitching, by the way. Games are 2-1. The other day they had to win an extra 5-2 in New York.
Well,
yesterday they lost 1-0. He pitched a phenomenal game. They lose 1-0.
1-0.
We have the most anticipated series in a very long time.
That's gonna be fun.
It's going to be fun because the Yankees have been phenomenal.
I think Ohtani hits 3 homers.
Soto has been phenomenal.
You hear that, Michael Brown? Amazing.
He's very torn apart in this series. But let's talk about this series. Let's talk about lines. Let's talk about
there's no lines right now, but
Who's pitching for the Yankees is Gil already pitched yesterday.
Yeah.
Yesterday was what? Tuesday. So he'll pitch Sunday. That's going to be a game. That Sunday Night Baseball, by the way, is going to be Gil against Glass now. That game That game should be a
All,
pitcher's
all three
duel.
games nationally televised. All three.
Yeah,
of them.
Fox
As it
on
should be.
Saturday,
All they're just the main event.
ESPN.
It's gonna be great for baseball.
That series should be home and home. Fuck it.
They should
Home and home.
So great.
That's
So-
like those Red Sox series with the Yankees. Dude, they were on Friday night. There was some random fucking game on ESPN out of nowhere. Red Sox Yankees.
Yeah.
So the probable pitchers aren't up yet, but I don't know. If you guys just want to talk generality and who you think will win, what you think the lines will be,
Well,
I don't think
it's-
I think the Dodgers get favored in maybe one of these games.
I think they'll be favored in 2. I think they'll be favored
the
when
Dodgers are just always favored because it's closer to Vegas, in my opinion.
Sunday, the Yankees will be a slight favorite. I think of like 115. Gil's pitching. It's going to be like 115, 105. I think both Yankees minus 115, Dodgers minus 105. That is going to be a hell of a game, I think. Gil against Glasnow. Glasnow's been phenomenal. The Dodgers haven't hit when he's pitched.
Yeah.
They get to face Gil, who's been lights out. I mean, if you've watched him, God, this last month in May, he's running away with the Cy Young the first half of the season already.
Yeah.
We'll get into who you think will win those awards after we break this series.
Yeah,
down.
so I don't know who's pitching Friday. Yamamoto's going to pitch in the series, or is he pitching tomorrow? Do you know?
Let me see who's pitching.
I hope they would save him.
If they save him,
That's a prime time. People want to see that. I would hope that for
Bueller's pitching tomorrow.
Bueller's pitching
Yeah.
tomorrow, so he'll miss the Yankee series. So Yamamoto will pitch Friday
I like
probably.
Yeah,
I think
Yamamoto's the only one they have up.
so for Friday, right?
Yeah.
And who's pitching for the Yankees? Do they have that?
No.
Okay, so I don't know. The Yankees staff. Oh, Cortez is going to pitch. I think on Friday.
Dodgers
That should
have,
be a great game.
Dodgers have Gavin Stone for Saturday.
Oh, and then Yamamoto. Yamamoto Friday, Stone Saturday,
Mhm.
Glasnow Sunday.
Yeah.
I think the
Yes.
Yankees take the series 2-1 with the pitching matchup, but I think it's going to be fucking great games.
Yeah.
Otani's going to put 3 on that short porch. That
I
short
mean,
porch.
You got to think about it. The Yankees are built to play at home, and the Dodgers, other than like you said, Otani and Freddie is left-handed, but
Not with power.
yeah, not with power, and he does. He's
Mookie's-
not a pull hitter.
Mookie's struggling, by the way.
It
He
does-
was 0 for 4 today, I think it was. Until that
Shortstop
last,
is-
he had a
Speaking of
walk.
everything.
shortstop is taking a toll on him. They need, and I
It's too
saw
much work, and that noodle, like you said, he's got a noodle arm.
Yeah,
over there.
every freaking play he makes.
You need to be good on defense to win in the playoffs. You can go back to
Up the
Theo
middle.
Epstein, all those guys. I remember when the Red Sox traded Nomar, who still got a championship ring, by the way.
Let's see a para.
Traded
St. John
Nomar
Bosco, baby.
to the Cubs for Orlando Cabrera because he could play defense.
Yeah.
And they won that World Series. You need a shortstop. He can move over to second. You need someone. He needs to play another position. Send
I
him
agree.
to second base.
I've heard, Dodgers haven't been shy. I've heard they're trying to make moves here before the deadline.
That bottom of the lineup is terrible. It's
bad.
struggling.
It's atrocious.
It's bad. You've tried.
That's actually atrocious.
Yeah.
Told you guys since the
Yeah.
beginning of the season that bottom of the lineup, Max Muncy's fooling you guys. He will start to fade soon. What's he hitting? 240,
He's
230?
not even playing right now. I don't think.
I don't think so.
Rojas has played third the other day.
Yeah, he's not playing. He's injured right now.
I think the Yankees win 2-1 this weekend, but I could see it either which way. I think Sunday's game is going to be just great for ESPN.
Yes.
Great TV. The Saturday game, I think Cortez is going to pitch Friday,
Yeah.
which should be another good pitching matchup. Yamamoto and Cortez.
Yeah.
Yamamoto's been impressive the last handful of
He has.
starts.
Last couple starts, yeah.
Yeah.
He's been impressive, but it's a Yankee lineup, baby. It's that. Yeah, that's that lineup, man.
I get scared
Wow.
just looking at that lineup, man.
Very,
that
very
first
scary.
three,
That first three is insane.
that first three.
I get scared betting Nerfy on the
Dude,
Yankees.
that-
I stopped
that-
after 2 games.
that
Who's more,
first-
whose first three is more impressive?
The Dodgers.
Okay, then. Stop
It's
fucking
right
ball
there.
watching.
It's right. Yeah.
Yeah,
but-
but I'm like when you're like I've been recently betting Nerfies, which for people who don't know, it's no run first inning. I'm more confident betting on Dodgers Nerfies than Yankees Nerfies.
oh yeah.
I've bet Dodgers like almost like this whole week, and I've touched the Yankees twice.
Giggity.
That's right. That's a good take. I think it'll be a great series. Great for baseball.
Yeah.
Yankees, Dodgers. Watch it this weekend. But it's going to be an exciting 3 games for the Dodgers and Yankees.
It is.
Hopefully next year they find a way to sneak that in for 6 games.
They should.
3 on each coast.
They should.
Ooh.
Yankees,
So-
Dodgers, man.
Oh,
What do you think? What do you think of the prediction, Eddie?
No, I agree. It's 2-1. I think the Dodgers will be lucky because they are struggling. Mookie is confidence issues. I know he had a home run, but shortstop is one of those positions like catcher. It's grueling. It's grueling. You get a ton of action there at shortstop, and he's pressing. He's pressing right now.
Yeah, you can see it.
Yeah.
I told you, he can't finish there. He can't go into the end of July or the middle of August still playing short. It's going to take his toll at the plate. You're going to
Yeah.
see it. You really are.
And Otani's, I mean, he's struggled the last couple weeks.
Yeah, they struggled yesterday. I couldn't believe it. You see that kid Jones?
Yes.
99,
Insane.
100, and 101.
I think I saw.
All to Otani. Like, bah, bah, bah.
I think I saw a stat. It was like the top 10 or 15 fastest fastballs in the MLB. They're all Jones and Keens.
Yeah.
Yeah, those 2 dudes. Pirates got a good.
Can we go back to cut? I don't know if anyone remembers, but I do have a cut bet that's still out there. Otani over 40.5 stolen bases. Where's he at? Eddie Money.
Take that under. Take that under.
I mean, it's too late to take anything now. I'm not taking any bets now, but you gotta say, I'm not sure what it is, but you gotta say
Yeah.
Go ahead.
It's
14. We have another a month and a half to maybe get to 18.
No, it's a month and a half. He gets to 18 in the middle of July. You shut that shit down. It's over.
Come on, man. He's gonna be right there.
No.
I should have said 35.5. Damn
Should have
it.
said 30. 30 would have been a good number.
He's gonna get 30.
Well,
But
since we are in the middle ish of the season, we could talk. Who do you think is going to win MVP and Cy Youngs? So who is your American League MVP pick?
American League
Juan
MVP.
Soto.
Right now, I don't think you even
It's-
debate that.
It's Judge and Soto back to back, by the way.
Those are the favorites.
Judge is favored.
Really?
I like Soto.
Yeah.
I like Soto too.
That-
Every time he comes to the playoffs.
Dude, he's in 322, 17 home runs, 50 plus RBIs.
And he's he's just perfect for the city.
Yeah.
He's perfect for that.
Bigger
city.
than life.
It's a great fit. It really is. Him in New York is a great fit. I can't believe they got him. And he had a down year last year, but man, he's looking like a Yankee, man.
Superstar.
That shots look nice on him.
Superstar.
Yes.
What about in the National League?
We got it's Mookie and Shohei back to back, but Mookie leads it by plus 115. And Otani's at plus 450.
Oh, give me Otani plus
Ohtani for
450.
Has anyone won it as a DH before? I don't think it's ever.
I want to say Edgar Martinez, but we can look that up.
Maybe
You can look that
Yeah.
up. I'm not
In
exactly
Seattle?
sure.
because I think he won the Triple Crown.
Yeah, and I think he had like 360.
Yeah, and I think he won
I'm
the
not sure, but I think it was Edgar.
That's a great pull.
I'd like Otani though to win
I-
the MVP. I think
listen.
Mookie's fading quick. If you don't move him,
yeah,
like I know the at bats today were ugly.
yeah.
They were just bad. Like he looked outmatched, out everything. Like he was just he didn't look comfortable at the plate.
Yeah.
Or yesterday, 100 miles an hour. Fuck.
CJ wants to talk college football. He's over there
Me
Designated-
dying.
too.
Designated hitters to win MVP 2021 Jorge Soler, David Ortiz
Oh.
2013.
No, Jorge Soler, that was World Series MVP. He didn't
Oh,
win
yeah,
MVP.
Yeah. I was gonna say.
But Ortiz in 2013.
Oh, okay. All right. Did not know that. I don't remember him winning the MVP.
Me either.
Maybe it was World Series.
Oh
Yeah.
wait, these are all World Series.
Yeah. Edgar Martinez might have won
I
it.
think-
But
Great pool.
anyways, MLB, Dodgers, Yankees on a collision course for this weekend and on a collision course for the dude. If the Yankees and Dodgers in the World Series, the shit that is the only thing that can outdo the NFL in October.
We go into a game.
Dodgers, Yankees?
Jesus.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna need your left arm.
Nosebleeds.
Dodgers, Yankees is a must, Eddie. Stop with your bullshit. You got a fucking Dodger tattoo runs all the way up your right arm. He's got a fucking tattoo at Dodger Stadium with a helicopter. And the helicopter's there looking for cholos.
Yes.
That's what it's there
It's
for.
right there. Yes.
That's
right
what it's there. Because when you go to the stadium, there's always
Oh,
yeah.
you're always looking for cholos.
I
That's
think
what
I've
it is.
only
Never
been.
been.
Never been to a Dodger game? You're not missing out on anything, buddy.
Oh,
Lies.
that's biggest lies you've ever heard. Dodger game. It's my mecca. It's the most incredible experience. It is. I'm sorry. And you know it too. You're just being a hater.
I don't know if it's
Dodger-
the most incredible experience, but it's
No, for me,
necessary.
100%. It's my happy place. People like Disneyland. People like the beach.
It's your Disneyland.
It's Dodger Stadium. When I pull up and park, it's like what is it in Field of Dreams? You can
Nostalgia.
nostalgia. You have to wipe it away, man. It's so thick because it's just for me. I grew up there. My mom worked there. I grew up right outside. Fernando Valenzuela, Pedro Guerrero, Ron Say. I mean, for me,
Bill Russell.
Bill
Steve
Russell.
Garvey,
It is
Yeager.
literally my happy place. 7th inning, I get a frosted chocolate malt. I mean, it's just, and I haven't been in a while.
You haven't been since we've been doing the podcast.
Come on, man.
He
Yeah.
hasn't been.
By the way, we still
I'll tell
need
you
to go
something.
for a
When I
time.
was a Dodger fan, I would go to maybe 15 games a year, maybe 20. I used to enjoy it. I really did. As bad as the fans were,
They're Homer fans. It's fanatics.
it's not
Show me-
fanatics.
show
It's not
me-
fanatics. That's the thing. That's the problem with Dodger fans. That most of them are not fanatics. It's
The new generation, I would say. Back in the day, Rafa, you'd have a guy with a transistor radio
100%.
Keeping
That's
score
what I like.
with Vince Scully
That's-
on the fucking
dude,
radio.
On the
That's
radio,
how
that's what I like. That's what I liked. Going to the Dodger game, and you'd see a guy who's probably sitting a row behind you, 2 rows, whatever, and they were in every section.
Yeah.
No doubt about a bunch of pins, and they'd have their radio,
Yeah.
and you're listening to Vince Scully. He's fucking, and then, and yes, and
That's-
that's not the experience anymore.
No.
It's not that.
Should they have a Cholo limit? A Cholo
Yeah, like cut them off. Like that's not the experience
Cholo
anymore.
quota is like, oh, we've already accepted 500 Cholos. We can't let you
No
in.
more tattoos for the night.
I didn't like when they connected the pavilion with the rest of the stadium. I didn't like that.
It was incredible.
For me, I didn't like it. For me, I
You
didn't
didn't
like
want to
it.
be associated with the pavilion. Like,
100,
like how could you stay on your side, pavilion people?
100%.
outside.
That's exactly it.
I'm
It's
not a
1,000.
pavilion guy.
I've sat
my
at
back
the pavilion
hurts.
twice.
It's horrible.
Twice. Game 6. I think it was game 6. Dodgers Phillies. I sat in the pavilion, and Dennis Martinez on the Expos pitched a perfect game
El Presidente.
against the Dodgers on a Sunday afternoon. It was a perfect game, and I sat in the pavilion. I was like 7 maybe or 8.
Speaking of Expos, not to cut you off,
Go ahead.
top 3 MLB baseball caps.
Expos is number 1.
Bang! That's why I brought it up.
Number 1. I made a league create an Expo hat for me.
If you guys,
And they made me pay like, oh no, the league doesn't cover that shit. That's our team name. This is the color. This is the hat that we want. I had to pay extra. For
Expos baseball cap, fire.
it. Iconic hat. You ever seen it?
They've never seen it.
3
I
colors.
don't even know what we're talking about. They think we're talking about a fucking MLS
red,
team.
white, and blue. 3 colors. It was phenomenal hat.
Marco.
Phenomenal hat. But anyways,
they were in Canada. That was the other problem.
so moving on for baseball. Dodgers Yankees on a collision course. Great weekend. Real quick,
Real
Go ahead.
quick before we head off baseball, who are your Cy Young picks?
I think it's Gil for me in the American League and in the National League. Oh,
I'm
dude,
trying to think.
I don't know in the
there's-
National League. Who's your favorite in the National League?
One,
In the National League, you have Wheeler and Glass now. And then-
Wheeler's been really good.
Mhm. And then in the American League, you have Schoolball and Burns.
I think it's gonna be Gil in the. I think Skierball is gonna fade away a little bit, and he's been really good for Detroit. I think
Burns,
it's
what a great-
Gil has been phenomenal the last month.
I don't even
For the
he's
Yankees.
not even top 6.
You've seen his ERA in the last month. It's
Yes,
it's
it's
like
insane.
under 1.
Yeah.
Under 1 like the last in May. It was great, and we'll see him on Sunday. I think that's gonna be a great game.
Do you when Cole comes back? Does Cortez go back into the?
Cortez is never leaving.
I heard it's an option.
It can't be.
I heard it's an
You
option.
can't move Rodon, Gil, or Cortez.
Someone has to fucking leave.
Pick the other 2.
Ah man, I don't know.
Pick the other 2. Not those 2. Not those 3 dudes.
All right, fair enough.
Cortez brings like a flavor.
He's different.
It's sort of
We've
like a
never seen it.
yeah. Do you see the shitty
Dude,
like
it's crazy.
pause when no runners
It's
on base?
crazy what he
People
does.
are crying about it.
He's reinvented
That's
pitching.
a balk. Relax, there's nobody on.
He is reinvented pitching.
He's like a junk league, Sunday league pitcher.
It's fucking awesome.
Yeah, I like it.
It's awesome.
So, anyways, let's touch a little bit of college football. We got CJ here dying to get
Yeah,
into
wake
college
up.
football.
We're talking college football,
So-
guy.
I think Ohio State's going to win this whole fucking thing.
You see, they opened up week 1 as like 50.5 favorites.
50 and a half?
Uh-huh.
Who they playing?
I don't know.
That doesn't matter.
I'm taking it.
I like Ohio State. I think Alabama is going to fade quick.
You liked Milroe.
I don't like the coach.
He was great at Washington.
It was the Pac-12. I don't like the coach. I think
That's a
he's.
strong. I mean,
I think they
did
make
you
the
not, Did you
playoff.
not like him at Washington, or you just don't like him now that he's at Alabama?
I didn't like him at Washington. I didn't like.
What
I don't
the
like
fruit?
him.
What was not to like?
He's a Pac-12 coach. I don't like it.
Okay.
Okay, thank
You know what? At least, well, yeah.
I can take
That's
that.
a great
That's
answer
your
because
Okay.
yeah.
I'm not gonna lie about it.
Okay, that's fine.
It's just what it is. I don't like it.
That's fine.
I think
He
Ohio
took the first Pac-12 team to the playoff in what? 8 years?
8 years or something.
Yeah.
Since Oregon.
Yeah. Come on.
Yeah,
Now.
I don't like Pac-12 coaches. I don't think he's an Alabama dude.
No, he's not.
I think that job is way over his pay. Like that's above his pay grade.
So who would you have? I mean, Lane Kiffin. Who?
One of the two.
Lane,
Lane.
Sark.
One of the two. I think those are the only two options.
I would have taken
Lane or
Muschamp.
Stark?
I would fucking.
Lane
Oh, or Stark.
or one
Okay.
of the two.
Yeah, Texas has too much money. They
Yeah,
weren't letting him
yeah,
go.
No.
Texas was not letting him
I
go.
think
By the
Bama,
way-
I think Bama gets in late, like 11-12 in that playoff.
Ooh,
Yeah, I think they fall.
wow.
Relax, homeboy.
I think they fall that much.
Where do you, I can't stand. Listen, everyone knows I'm a draft guy. I cannot stand early mock drafts for next year, and they have the Georgia quarterback going in top 5. I don't see him being an elite.
This is a
freaking
terrible quarterback class, so it doesn't like this will be one of the worst quarterback
Yeah.
classes. And
Ewers is the best quarterback in
that's it.
Might be the dude backing him up, actually.
Oh, Archie.
Archie.
Yeah, yeah.
I like Ewers. I like Texas. I think Ohio State's number 1. I think Georgia will be number 2. Texas will be 3 or 4. I think Bama fades towards the back a little bit. I think they're going to be 10 to 12 in there. I don't think. I think they're going to struggle. Tennessee.
Michigan falls off the.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I think
The map.
Michigan's out. I think Michigan's at 15, 16. And coach is going to be big there.
I think an interesting thing I was looking at was how easy I think Utah and Arizona have paths to the playoff. I think their paths are probably one of the easiest out of all the teams that moved or transit. Their path going through the Big 12 sucks. Like it's
Yeah, I
trash.
think Arizona is
Okay.
going to be in the top 10.
First of all,
I say
you
top
guys-
6 or 7.
You guys haven't mentioned maybe the most talented, other than Ohio State, the most talented roster, and maybe the second best coach in college football. You guys haven't even brought them up.
Oregon.
100% Oregon.
Yeah, I think Oregon
They're
will be 3 or 4.
stacked.
I love Dylan Gabriel. I'm a fan.
I would take them second.
I'm just not. I don't
Not over
know
Georgia.
where I don't know how the Pac-12 teams are going to do going back and forth, West Coast, East Coast, late in November.
It's Midwest.
I'm saying, but still late in
They're not
November, late
going
in
to Rutgers.
October. You late November, late in October, going to those cold games. I'm going to be cool off. I want to see how Oregon does. I think it's going to be a hard adjustment.
Oregon.
I think Oregon will adjust the best out of all the teams.
I
moving.
think all Pac-12 teams are going to have all 4 teams are going to have a hard adjustment.
I don't think so. I think Oregon, they're going to keep playing their style. This is the fucking most overrated thing in sports.
The Pac-12.
Well, besides that, I hate when teams sit there and, it's because their style or whatever. Listen, if they play their style all the way through, they'll be fine. Like the NBA had issues for, the Phoenix Suns, their style. Bro, their style led them to 60 games. They slowed down in the playoffs. The game slows down. It doesn't slow down if you slow down.
Right, but it does slow down if you're completely changing your complete schedule that all your players have known since they've been there. All your players are not used to playing Penn State, Ohio State, Michigan, Rutgers, Indiana. Like those are
Garbage.
You're talking about a big time school. And you're going into a conference that it was super top heavy, and Michigan's going to fall off a little bit.
Yeah.
And Penn State struggles at quarterback.
right,
Yeah.
but it's still the I'm saying to me the 1 to 7 in the Big 10 for Oregon is going to be much tougher than the 1 to 10. coming from where they're coming from the Pac-12.
Oh, yeah,
They're
the
just-
1 to 10 was trash in the
This
Pac-12. We know
fucking
that.
your argument was Pac-12 was a great fucking conference last year.
Yeah,
Now you're
last year, that was one. I was talking about one single year. Now this year is a completely different story. It's like you're going to the Big Ten. You're going to East. You're playing in October, November,
Can you pull
December.
up Oregon's schedule real quick?
Yeah,
First
pull it
of
up.
all-
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, good point.
I think Oregon is last year's Michigan. If you look at their roster, they're going to have the most draft picks out of any freaking team.
Oh, I'm not saying they're not going to finish top 5. They're going to finish.
No,
top
no,
5.
I'm saying
just
they
saying
have
they're going
the
to have a hard
most-
adjustment.
They have the most draft picks coming out of any school next year.
Oh, I don't know, man. Ohio State is stacked. Ohio State.
They're always stacked.
Ohio State is
No,
stacked.
but this is
Oregon-
different.
This Ohio State
It's
team,
Michigan of last year, I think,
this Ohio State team, I think is going to be one of those teams
that dominates.
that's just going to
Joe Burrow-
dominate. I
Joe
think.
Burrow type teams.
Yes, I think this team
We
is
have
going to put
see-
up.
We have to see what this quarterback does. He played at Kansas State, man,
He was fine at Kansas State. They won the Big 12.
which we all agreed garbage.
Yeah, but he played well. And dude, now
You
you're
like
playing with
Dylan Gabriel or this dude Will Skett?
Rogers.
I know.
All right. So
I like
Oregon-
both, man.
Oregon schedule.
I like both.
They're starting off week 1 at home against Idaho. Then week 2 against Boise State. Week 3 away at Oregon State. Week 4 away at UCLA. Week 5 home against Michigan State. Home against Ohio State.
That's a game.
That's a tough
So we-
game
That's
right up there.
No, of
Michigan
course.
State, they're beating.
They're beating.
Michigan, they're going to annihilate.
please.
Their
Yeah.
tough game. They're going to be undefeated. They're
Going
going to.
to-
That's going to be the
yeah.
first undefeated.
Is that week 7 or whatever?
Whatever,
It's 6 or
7 or 8. Ohio State at Oregon.
Yes.
Who else do they play after that?
So it's at Oregon. It's in Upton.
it's at
Home.
Oregon.
It's at Oregon.
Then
Tough place to play.
away at Purdue.
Tough game.
Shut the fuck
So-
up.
Purdue's
please.
known for beating top 10 teams at Purdue.
Yeah, in their division,
Yeah.
Doesn't
in their
matter.
conference,
Doesn't
like
matter.
that they see
Doesn't
all the
matter.
time.
Like Iowa.
Doesn't matter.
You're
Like-
talking about Iowa.
yeah,
Purdue's
and
known for that.
Michigan.
Yeah.
Purdue's known to be the giant killer. That's
Who?
tough
Not
game.
anymore.
Oh,
Tough
please.
game.
Illinois. Oh my God, Oregon schedule. Fuck. They got to play Michigan too,
Come on now.
and that's got to be on the road
Home against Illinois. Away
at the big house.
Michigan. Home against Maryland. Away Wisconsin. Home Washington.
That's a tough schedule.
Away.
They have a tough
Wisconsin.
schedule. I see them losing 2 games there.
I see them losing
Away
two.
in Wisconsin also.
I see them losing
tough.
2 games. I could see them losing 2 games, maybe 1. I think they could.
I think they roll Michigan.
at the big
At
house.
the big
Yeah.
house.
I do.
Interesting.
Oh, I don't know.
Interesting.
At the big house, I don't know.
That's a
I
tough
think that's a tough game,
That's a
and
tough one.
that game, if Oregon's favored, it's like -3,
Wait,
maybe.
What month is that too?
Oh no, that's in October, or
Mhm.
I'm in November.
Oh, it's gonna be cold as shit too.
That might be like the beginning of November. Check when that date is.
Which game?
Michigan.
Michigan.
I mean,
November.
listen, Oregon
Yeah,
is
November
in the
2nd.
Northwest. I mean,
November
they're
2nd.
not-
That's different. That Michigan, that
And
that
they at
Midwest
Wisconsin,
cold
they
is
get at
different.
home.
Wisconsin's
No,
away.
that's-
November
that's-
That's
2nd.
another tough
Tough
game.
game.
That's another tough
Yeah.
game.
That's what I'm saying. Those late games, late in the season on the East Coast in the Midwest, that's cold. You're in the big house. That's tough. They're not. That's
I'm
not.
not saying
You're
they're
not
I'm
going
not
to
saying they're
Wazoo
easy.
in late November. You're going to the big house in late November. That's a completely different experience.
I
It
see what
is.
you're saying.
It is.
So you don't think Oregon's going to finish the top 5
No, they do.
with 2 losses, maybe 3, because you got
Ooh,
Ohio
that's-
State, Oregon.
I said.
So you
I
have-
said top 5 before. That schedule's tough.
So they have Ohio State at home, which I think is a tough game, and I think Ohio State's going to be favored. Then they go to Michigan, brutal, tough game in November, and then they still in November go to Wisconsin,
Ooh.
where Wisconsin is going to fucking eat up 8 minutes of the drive,
Yeah.
and score 3 points.
Jump around. Big fucking deal.
Where do you see Oregon
I see him in the championship against Ohio State.
in the title game?
In the fucking title game.
I will take Georgia and Ohio State in the title game. I think those are the 2 best teams. I think they finish 1-2 in any order. I think they finish 1-2.
I love me some Dan Lanning, man.
I love Ohio State this year. I think.
Oh, yeah, there was what's
I
not
think
to love.
their value, their second favorite. I think they're plus 500 to win the title.
I think the running back is a Heisman favorite. There's talent everywhere. Ohio State always has talent everywhere. But what's their MO that they can't win the big game?
We will see.
Yeah.
We will see. Ohio State.
Can't
I
wait.
like 'em.
Can't wait.
I think Alabama is going to be the middle of the pack. They'll be in the playoff.
Yeah, they'll be in the playoff.
I think middle of the pack, though. I think middle of the pack. I think Texas in the SEC, they're gonna have some tough games. They're gonna
Oh,
have
yeah.
some tough games. I think this next season is gonna be best
Chaos.
college football season ever.
Chaos.
Agree.
At
Pure
least
chaos.
starting off. This will be the first of many to
Agree.
come
Yeah.
that will be the greatest ever.
And then the New Year's is going to be even more exciting because there's going to be like college football playoff game. Boom, 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 boom.
Yeah.
Rather than just one a day. 2 in one.
It's gonna be so good.
Not the Duke Mayo fucking mayonnaise fucking bowl.
That might be a playoff game. That might be like fucking that might be like 1 in 12 or
Yeah, I
whatever the bye is, the way it works.
And then
Is it the first 4 teams get buys? Is that how it is? Do we know how that is yet?
I think that's what it is.
I want
And
to.
they get home.
I also want to
No.
bring up something that I want to get your guys' opinion on. So Joel Klatt, he brought up that he doesn't believe that schools should be able to build their own schedules anymore. He said that the NCAA or some type of governing body should build schedules.
I don't agree with that.
I do.
I do.
I don't agree with that, and I'll tell you
Alabama fucking scheduling.
I'll
Chattanooga.
tell you why. Because those schools that they play, the Alabama Chattanoogas and all those schools depend on that money from Alabama and Oregon and Georgia, and and Clemson. They depend on that money.
I can get a lot of money from fighting Canelo Alvarez. Doesn't mean I should be fucking fighting Canelo Alvarez.
Eddie, they for example, with the SEC
That needs
teams,
to change, Rafa.
Ed, you can't just exclude them because they don't have the amount of money that Alabama and Georgia and Oregon and all those schools have. You're just eliminating the little people.
Stay little. You don't belong with the big boys.
Don't say that. We've seen Appalachian State beat Michigan.
Oh, come on.
We've
man.
seen it happen, Ed.
Appalachian State's a great freaking athletic department.
We've seen it happen. You can eliminate those games. Those I think
No one wants to see Alabama minus 52.
Especially in this era of college football now.
I don't know.
Nobody wants to see it in this
I
era.
want to see him cover it though.
I think I like where CJ is going with this. I think this is one of the things that should be changed.
Yeah.
And okay, I agree with you. The money's great for these schools. I'm sorry, man. It's like sacrificial.
these aren't
lamb.
professionals, though, Ed.
Exactly.
They're not
That's why
professionals.
it shouldn't be done.
They're
You're
not
putting out
professionals.
guys. You're putting out guys. You have a left tackle with 2 left feet, and you have a great
This is the
defensive end
thing.
who's going to
All
come
right,
kill you.
Listen.
Yeah,
Let's
that's a
let
good point.
when you go to Alabama, right? What's a roster in college? How many players?
100
Around that.
Okay, how many players suit up? 100 players suit up?
at home.
At home.
Okay, on the road. Okay, so you're at home, or you go to, let's say, whatever, Tennessee, Chattanooga, or whatever to play them, right? You're winning. You're favored by 50. You're up 36, 35, nothing, 38, nothing. Other kids get in the game, get into play, get some playing time. Dude, if you every week are playing fucking Oregon and this and that, every week, bro, it's going to take a toll on those kids' bodies, and they're not making the amount of money that professionals are making.
The only toll that's going on in bodies is Tennessee, Chattanooga getting their teeth kicked in.
Like Deion
for
Sanders
4
said, he said it at
quarters.
Jackson State. He said, "I'm not playing Alabama to get my babies hurt
Yeah.
because that's all that's going to happen. You're taking a guy that's my
Deion's
size."
rich, and the school needed the money.
Jackson State playing Alabama is slaughter. It's
CJ,
I
they do
can't
it for the
believe-
money,
I
man.
cannot
They
believe-
do
Right,
it for the money. That's all they do
I
it for.
understand that, but in this era of college football, I don't think that.
And it's like taking a bye week. It's like having a second bye week. Like, let me have another bye week,
I don't
man.
want to see a bye week in week 11.
Yeah. It doesn't-
Play Tennessee.
Yeah. It doesn't Rafa, you need to rethink this. Go back to
I can't.
Go back to
I
the
feel bad
chalkboard.
I feel bad for the small schools.
I feel bad for little Jimmy going out
By the
there
way-
and getting terrorized.
the program is getting money, not the kids who are
Thank
getting
you.
their
Thank you.
ass
Yes.
kicked.
Yes. Thank you.
Yeah, but they're
Program's gotta
getting
be funded,
exposure.
Exposure from what?
What if they
So
do
it
well?
was
Do you remember McCaffrey's brother against USC?
Rice?
Against
Yeah.
USC, got their ass whooped. How good was he?
Yeah, great.
Great.
We saw him on
He's a-
national TV.
Okay. Cool.
That's a receiver.
That's a receiver.
You got to give them
Little
the small
me,
schools.
my guy, like a guy like
Yeah.
me, I'm walking out like,
Like seriously? Yeah.
shit.
Yeah. Come on, man.
I ain't get a damn dollar.
So you want every week of college football to just be
No.
monster matchups?
No, nobody said that.
No.
I don't want Alabama playing Chattanooga in
Yeah.
week 11. I want Alabama playing
Yeah.
Mississippi State.
So why don't we change those games to the first couple of weeks?
They already
That-
are.
that-
Week
that
0
already
is.
happens.
Week 0
that
is already that.
happens? Let's yeah.
So you just want to eliminate them all?
if you like, you shouldn't. Lakers shouldn't be playing. The El Segundo Toreadors.
So before
not.
it was because the SEC
They are
played one
in-
less
in-
game,
in
one
football.
less conference game than every other conference. The argument was, well, the SEC is better. Well, now the Big Ten and the SEC are hand in hand.
Yeah.
So it's like you can't be playing Chattanooga when you should be playing Texas or Oklahoma. You can't be playing Chattanooga when you should be playing Oregon or USC.
But Oregon's playing Oregon State.
That's a rival.
Come
They're
on.
terrible.
That's their
Come
rival.
on,
They're
man.
terrible.
That's
Come
Alabama,
on.
Auburn,
They're
and
also
Oregon.
playing Idaho.
That's week 0.
Still playing Idaho.
That's week 0.
Playing Boise
Week
too.
0. Boise State.
Put some
Come on now.
respect on
They
the
still play
Vandals'
football?
name.
Boise State.
The motherfuckers still play
Boise
football?
State. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that.
Man, set your liberty, man.
Kellen Moore is fucking a terrible coach too.
Great quarterback.
Yeah, he was a great college quarterback.
Well,
You're probably right. You guys are probably right.
I knew it would turn him. I knew it would turn him.
I had to give you something. I
Thank
can't just
you.
fucking let you be right all the time.
To
Now you
wrap,
know how I feel.
You guys,
I just
You
can't
guys-
sit here and agree with you,
you-
for fucking 2.5 hours every
you
fucking
guys
show.
are right though. We got to figure out a better way. And you're right. They should find someone to
Yeah.
schedule. But you have contracts with these schools for how long? That's the other thing.
Usually 2
So-
2 years.
It's usually a home and home.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
you gotta nip that in the bud.
By the
and-
way, real quick, college kickoff, SC LSU.
Oh, yeah.
in Vegas?
LSU, LSU.
that's gonna be a good game.
Go get the
Is
ass beat up.
That's gonna be a good game.
Is it?
Yeah.
so?
Take the over. Take the over.
Boom.
Take the
pay for your
over.
ticket.
How do you think Miller Moss is gonna do? You don't like him.
You don't like him, Eddie?
No, Eddie doesn't like
Listen,
him at
he
all.
went to my alma mater.
And then he left, and then he came back.
He's a great kid. I think he's not. Oh man, I feel bad. He's not an NFL quarterback.
Yeah, but
Is he a college football
neither was John
quarterback,
David
though?
Booty.
Yeah. Listen, I'm rooting for the kid.
Doesn't sound like it.
No, it doesn't sound like it at all. So, do you have an SC tattoo?
I guarantee the
No,
team's better
that's
without.
one you won't
without-
get.
I guarantee the team is better with him than without Caleb.
Wow, are you kidding?
Wow.
Yeah. I think the locker room is better. I think the upbeat of the team is better. I think the sideline is better. I think the team is overall better with him.
How long does Riley stay with the Trojans?
If he struggles again, he's gonna look for a ejection. He's gonna hit the ejection button, and he's gonna dive over the Dallas Cowboys as their offensive coordinator.
I say he gets one more quarterback after this. That's his.
He does. He has the kid from I believe Georgia coming,
Oh,
That's,
yeah,
what,
you're
that's
right.
what I mean.
Yeah.
and he's young.
It's really good too.
Yeah, he's really good. I've seen him play.
Who's your surprise team to sneak in the playoffs that people don't think is in the playoff right now?
Is Utah surprised?
Do we have something where you can kind of give you teams that are more than likely to make the playoffs or something? How do you think Clemson's going to fare?
I don't.
I think
they
they're
do very well.
done.
I think that was done.
stick a fork in him?
You think he's done?
I think that was. Done.
Yeah. His act is just
The era
Tired.
of Dabo is kind of coming past.
tired.
So you think Clemson's out, or they playoff team?
I don't think they made the playoffs.
I think that's it. You matter of fact,
I
that
mean,
might,
they're in a-
that
they're in
might
a
be your
very-
answer.
They're in a very
A
weak
team that might, say that the ACC is terrible.
Yeah.
Florida State is question mark. Miami
I
question
think
mark.
Florida State's in the top 10. I think Florida State's a playoff team.
I think Clemson and Florida State. I think your surprise
Yeah.
team may come out of the ACC. Really?
I like Florida State. I
Yeah.
think that's a good call.
Yeah, Florida State or Clemson.
Mine's going to be Miami.
Mm.
Shocker.
You know why? See the quarterback?
Who's
No.
the
The kid from Washington State?
Cameron Ward.
Oh, Cameron
Cameron
Ward.
Ward.
You're right. You're right.
Yeah.
Cameron Ward?
Good call.
He can play. He can
Oh,
play.
yeah,
He can
for
play.
sure.
So I think it'll be Miami to sneak in there, maybe. So I like Arizona to be in there for sure.
I don't think they're a surprise team though.
I think they're in the top 10.
I think they
Uh,
win the Big 12.
Yeah. That
That's
Big
great.
12.
Them in Utah, that should be the championship.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
crazy.
Oklahoma State's washed.
I have
Washed
like a
as fuck.
What do
early.
you got?
I have a super early top 25.
Let's see what you got.
Go to the top 15.
Top 15. All right.
You don't need to hear about freaking Boston College at fucking 19.
So I actually start at 16. 16 is Penn State. 15 Florida State. 14 North Carolina State. 13 LSU. 12 Utah. 11 Michigan. 10 Clemson. 9 Missouri. 8 Oklahoma. 7 Notre Dame. 6 Mississippi. 5 Alabama. 4 Oregon. 3 Ohio State. 2 Texas. And 1 Georgia.
I'm interested to see Notre Dame's schedule. I think them and Clemson are both too high. Who's Notre Dame's quarterback?
God,
Who
is it?
cares?
Exactly.
Oh, it's the kid from Duke.
You're right.
He went over there.
Riley.
Good
Yeah.
kid.
Yeah.
Riley
Yeah.
Leonard.
I think them and Clemson are
Yeah.
way too high.
Clemson's 11.
10.
Yeah.
Clemson is 10.
And have they announced when the first look of the playoff is going to start? You know, they used to have.
like week 7.
Yeah.
When, the
When are
official-
we
yeah.
getting that?
Yeah.
It should be this. Oh,
Week
yeah,
8 or
yeah.
No
8
clue.
or 9. Yeah.
I think they should start right out the gate, like right after week 1.
I disagree with that because I think when they come out with preseason rankings, certain teams ride on that.
100%. I've always said it.
So I think they should start week 4, week 5. They should wait. They should wait, see
Like
how
Georgia
teams
did
do,
last year.
see how teams do, see how
I
teams
think
play
they'll
out.
still stick with the rankings of the way they kind of stand or whatever.
You think so? I see a
Yeah.
lot of teams that ride that preseason hype, come in top 25, don't play a lot of good teams, and then sneak in. Especially with this 12 team, I can see a lot of teams doing that. I feel like they should wait, see how teams match up with
I
certain
think
teams.
LSU's too high.
Let's go another one.
I think they lost a lot,
another good one.
and I hate.
It's the Bayou, man.
I
Let's
hate
wrap,
the
let's wrap
coach.
this. Let's
Yeah.
wrap this
I
up,
got-
Eddie Money.
One question from Will Hanley to wrap it up. Has Rafa ever pulled up to the Dodge game in full Otani gear yet?
Not yet,
Not
man.
yet.
We
Still
need it. We need
waiting.
to get everybody on board so we can go to this
No,
thing.
no one cares. They just want to see you.
I don't want to go alone.
I'll go with
I'll
you.
go.
I'll document that shit.
I got a jersey. I got shirts ready to go. Just let me know.
All right,
Yes.
you guys pick the day. Let me know what day it is.
Great question.
It's
by
got to
the
be
way.
before July 31st. So
I
make
just
it
want-
happen.
we
Rafa
should
turns
just-
into a pumpkin
we-
on August
You know, it'd be
1st.
perfect. We go on a bobblehead night. Just get him mad.
don't do that.
Like a Will Smith bobblehead or no, like a Gavin Stone bobblehead.
Is that going to be a thing already?
Al Pacino bubble.
Yeah, probably.
Scarface night.
I'll tell you who doesn't have a fucking Al Pacino Scarface bobblehead is the fucking Marlins. That's for sure. Guy's fucking terrible.
Well,
There it is.
guys, thank you guys for joining us. Hope you enjoyed our analysis. Episode 83 in the books. Thank you guys for joining us. Two Nobodies with the Mic.
Oh.
Good shit, man.